Because I'm like sweating.
I have a hoodie back there in case I get cold.
There is.
The air in this house is fucked up.
But I am wearing my moose slippers, so you know.
Okay. So last game was game 1. You guys kind of were all sitting together in an office and trying to get work. So they only wanted a group because they weren't sure how dangerous it was. They sent down people before. So they hired you as a group, and you guys got sent down into the trench to figure out why, like, flotsam and garbage and stuff was kind of blowing back up. You guys went down, saw a lot of garbage, went into like a side cavern where there was the remains of a ruined city. You fought 2 zombie sharks, which took all of my good rolls and were a much more challenging fight than I planned, which is how it always goes for me. And then you went through this like doorway with a purple barrier that was that basically land. It had air in it. And fought a sanguine. I'll never pronounce the name right, but sanguine.
Sahuagin?
Yeah, however that you pronounce it.
Farfignan.
And
on DDO they pronounce it Sahuagin.
Sahuagin. Oh, it's good enough, Sahuagin. I'll forget by the next time I say it, anyways. And I think it did 0 damage because I don't think I could roll above a 3. And you had just finished it off, and that's when we kind of ended for time. So we can go through characters, and how I want to do it is not so everybody's like always in order. I'm just gonna try and rotate. If it gets too annoying, we can just always go in order. But I'm gonna go. This is game 2, so we're gonna start with Gainley. He can do his intro, and then go to Agrippa, then Calvin, Gawain, and Kiki, and then we'll go in reverse order when we do our outros. I don't know. If it doesn't matter, probably won't matter, but I want to try and keep it so everybody has a chance to go first. So, Gainley, you can do your character intros, and I'm going to try spamming Discord.
Okay, so my name is Gainley and I'm not a streamer, but however, you might have seen me in some other channels or chats. I'll be playing a sea elf called ALANDRY. So he's a sea elf who had come from a small village of other elves, and he felt the need to actually help people who were lost in the sea, and that fact sort of along the time he felt the need to help more people, and which led him to move to some other lands, some other underwater lands, and this is how he is now, basically.
Oh, Agrippa.
All right. So hey, my name is D&D. You'll see me as D&D Elise on Twitter, or Agrippa the Green on Twitch. My name's Elise. I am playing a merfolk called AGEANNA. So right now she is with a group of adventurers, kind of like she's in her downtime right now. She's in kind of like a secretive, kind of like guild, and it's not just a mages guild. They have a bunch of fighters and a bunch of different groups in it. It's not the most formal guild. It's kind of the tag people. But right now in her downtime, she's helping these adventurers out.
I am Calv Gaming. I am playing CHOWDAH, a wicked good lobster monk. I was part of a monastery that was destroyed, and now I'm searching for things, personal reasons. But it's nice to be part of a group again, to ply my trade and also train and see the fruits of my labor, whether or not it's my martial training or my crafting training. So, and I'm not used. I mean, I have some familiarity with some of the different races, but it's nice to be with a ragtag group of adventurers.
And I'm Gwen. I'm Potato Hollow. I'm playing this Gwen. I am a water genasi who was raised by the priesthood. Of I can't remember. Been too long for him. Anyway, he did not like the priesthood very much, so he left, and he started robbing things, and somehow ended up in the group with these people. He is not very sociable, but he's playing along so far with these people so that he can get paid. That's his only motive right now, is getting paid.
No.
And I am a Geeky Tea Party. Kim, call me Kim. And I'm playing a water genasi ranger called DARYA. And I just travel around searching for the undead and trying to rid the world of them. So that is how I hooked up with these fine folks fighting zombie sharks.
Okay. So I think CHOWDAH was the last one to hit Wijin.
Combo breaker.
Okay. So we're gonna pick it up right as soon as that happens. He's going to claw at him. And as soon as he claws at him, I mean, the damage is going to bring him to 0. You're going to see this, like, green pulse come from that metal object this Huijin is holding. It's just going to pulse through the room. Just one quick pulse. The Huijin is going to fall to the ground in the well-looking thing. And you're going to see that purple barrier just dissolve almost instantly. And there's just going to be a rush of water that comes flooding in. You're all going to get kind of jostled around, not enough to really do any damage. You're all aquatic creatures, so it's a little uncomfortable, but it's not that big of a deal. And then very quickly, in a matter of like 5 or 6 seconds, the entire thing is going to be completely filled with water again. And that's where we'll pick up with you guys.
Okay, so it seems we had found out what was happening in this region. I think the prime responsible was this creature. We'll probably need to have something of him, and to show off to the person who has hired us is proof that we have defeated him. And hopefully that will be enough for us to solve this issue at hand.
Well, we also, I mean, do we know that whatever he was doing was stopping the flow of garbage? I mean, just because he was here doesn't mean that he was the reason that.
Well, the water flowed in, so I'm going with fixed.
Is the garbage flowing through now? Rotu?
It's not flowing in here. It wasn't flowing in the back end of this cavern.
Oh.
So, yeah, so that's what I'm saying, is that we have to make sure that it's actually whatever's blocking it is no longer blocking it. I mean, he might have been the cause.
You don't think there's a throughway exactly? It just, I mean, it'd be a high coincidence to have somebody here specifically doing things and also having a problem with stuff coming back up.
It could still be.
It could be a coincidence, but
however, this is someone who was probably caused However,
He's not burning his pizza.
Okay, enough. Shall I continue? Or shall I wait for him? Come back.
No, continue. We're streaming. Keep going.
Okay. He might. It might be a coincidence, of course. However, this is a creature that is probably up to no good. So, even though he might not be the cause, I think we still need some evidence
No, I
that
agree.
we have defeated him and take it to the authorities of this place. But we will, and then by then we will likely be able to tell if he was the prime cause of the city's incident or not.
Yeah, I think we should explore the rest of this place too before we go back with information.
Yeah,
Maybe loot or some more hints or clues.
Yeah. Just to make sure that the problem, like, he might have been the one who did something, but him dying might not necessarily make it so that, you know, the garbage doesn't go back up.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he still could have done it, but it's like set it and forget it.
Yeah, we get bonus money for actually solving the problem too, which would be nice. So.
Well, any crime by dinner time.
I'm not really. I'm not really impressed with the actual bonus, but and then my character.
I'll take your cut. I will happily take your cut.
So it may not be good to sit here talking in case something else is lurking in here. We should probably head in and see what's going on.
Well, you guys are still in
I don't see anything different about this place, but I must confess I'm not very good at investigating and noticing things and stuff.
It's okay.
Around the place. If someone else could do that, you are welcome to, I think. If not, then we can depart, I think.
You guys can all kind of look around. It looks like it's long abandoned, mostly destroyed. Relatively good condition considering it's completely abandoned, but the only real things here are his weapon, which is a trident, that metal object, and over where he was standing, it looks like he was engraving on the ground, on a stone on the ground.
You said he was engraving?
Yeah, like he was.
That piece of metal actually is kind of interesting. So if we hold that piece of metal, do we sense something? Do we see something different?
Oh,
or just
you're in a what? What was that?
So these.
No.
I wanted to see if I could read it.
Okay.
Well, I guess. Yeah.
Did I put it in? I'm not sure I gave it in handouts quite yet, but I did have I put it somewhere.
I'm gonna go get shark teeth.
I'm gonna extend it so there's on the map, so the map's gonna kind of disappear. There it is. Okay. Did I not? You should have it in your little side area now, and I'm gonna drag it out so that like it looks on the stream.
Okay.
Can I pull out my spell book and copy it into my spell book?
Okay. And it's gonna take you a little bit to do it. Okay. I tried actually like handwriting this, and it's a pain in the ass for me. But your character's probably a lot better, so I just found the script. Anyways,
you also mentioned that he was also wielding a.
Yep, you're gonna go pick it up. You'll pick it up. It feels really heavy. Not any heavier than something like it should weigh, but there's gonna be no Like, there's not gonna be tingling or any noticeable magic effect, good or bad.
I want it.
Up.
You can have it then. I if you
Loot.
want.
Yes.
And like I noticed there's kind of it looks like there might be like pots or boxes and stuff in the map. Like, can I like poke around in the room to see if I like anything? I guess
There's
or-
not. It's all gonna be destroyed, broken, and
Oh.
like it's long abandoned.
Okay.
Okay, so
I wish we could have talked to
So-
the guy and found out more, but we couldn't understand him.
Yeah. Let me check. Is anyone else looking at the engraving or just the?
I am not looking at engraving.
Yeah, I'm good.
Checking
So I know that enough character. I'll probably know some feature of this race and creature that can identify him as someone. But he's not wearing anything else, like something that he only could be having, like a ring or anything. And then enough. If he's not wearing anything different,
no.
I'm gonna look for something that can identify his species, his race, and like his year.
You're familiar with his species.
I know.
You just don't speak his language.
I know, but I am familiar, but enough character, not in character. I mean.
No. I'm saying you're in character. You're familiar with his species. You probably don't know like a lot about them specifically, but sea elves, they're like a natural enemy to sea elves. So your character knows at least the basic idea of what it is, what they're called. It's like basically like your goblin. Like, you may not know their whole society or breakdown, anatomy and stuff, but you know what they're called, what they're aggressive and stuff like that.
Yeah, and this is I just actually switched my meaning. I know his species in character, so I know what could identify him as someone else, but I don't know enough character. So enough character, his species has some feature like a ear, which is different, or a hand, which is different.
Nothing specific stands out. And the only thing,
as his species, he must have something that can identify his species, right? No?
It's a Sahuagin.
Oh, hey DM, Geeky Tea Party.
I know, but I'm not I'm not familiar with this. Is he humanoid? Is he?
Yeah, the what?
Okay, so anyway,
I saw.
Then, okay.
Hey, hey guys, hold on. Geeky got kicked off because her power went off and the cameras were all funky. So I don't know if you guys saw that in chat.
Yeah, I'm just not good at moving cameras. It'll take me 10 minutes to move the cameras and move it back. That's why I'm hoping she just comes back quickly. If she doesn't, I'll move them over.
Okay.
So even in character, if I want to show to a person that I've killed someone from this race.
Oh, he wants a trophy.
Oh, you want proof?
Yes.
Gotcha. I don't know. You'll be able to. Yeah, no. I mean, you want to cut off like an ear or the head or something to that effect. Whatever you want is.
Right.
The head will be fine.
Right. So I have a head's a bit too.
Gauche.
Yeah, a bit too noxious a bit, but I'm gonna cut off his ear with my dagger.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep it with
What
me.
languages do you speak, AGEANNA?
So I know I have the Merfolk language, Common. I haven't picked out my other ones yet, to be honest. Sorry.
And you guys can reset cameras.
All right.
It's Geeky needs to stay on, and then everyone goes back on in the same order.
I think I get 2 more for being Sage, so I'll probably just pick Elven and like Celestial. I don't know.
Okay.
Or is there another like underwater language?
I wrote down the list of languages in the handouts, the random notes. There is a list of languages.
That sorry.
It's just on the bottom of it.
I'll just pick some of those. Yeah, I'll pick Elven and.
If you want to turn off your camera real fast and then turn it back on.
Oh, yeah, and I'll be right back. I have a situation.
I just
You wait.
Is it working now or not?
Yeah, and Cal can turn on his camera. It resets and she's the first one in the lineup, and now Potato can turn his on. It just I don't know. I'm not good with arranging the cameras. I'm doing it all by myself and running.
I don't know if you heard me. Then I'm gonna collect the shark teeth.
So you're gonna go outside?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's not gonna be quick. It's gonna take probably.
Yeah, I figure while everybody's searching in here and figuring stuff over, I can do that.
Okay, so we are missing someone, right?
So you cut off like ears or some form of way to identify it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think I showed you the head last week.
I don't remember. Sorry.
They have a pretty distinctive kind of head look. Find the picture. I just put it as a token. But that's kind of what the head looks like.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it's pretty distinctive looking.
Oh, so he also have a very distinct ear and a very large ear. A bit bigger than I was expecting. But anyway, I'll still hold on to his ear.
Okay. Was anyone else doing anything in here? I mean, you're looking around. You see CHOWDAH leave after a minute and go outside. You grabbed. You had a Triton. Was anybody grabbing that?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, you grabbed the Triton. Did you grab the bell thing too?
Yes.
The metal thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And you grabbed his like ears or identifying. Okay. What were you doing, Darya?
Looking around.
Wait, is his Trident Dex based?
No, it's. I don't think so. Alandry would know because he has one. Okay.
No, it is. It is not. It is not. It is not dex based.
I was pretty sure it's strength.
It is not finesse based. It is just strength.
AGEANNA, you will recognize the alphabet is Elven, but how it's written out is it's written out like complete nonsense. Like it's
so it's coded.
No, you think it's just it uses the alphabet of Elven, but it's not Elven.
Ooh, it's kind of like Scouts. So they're using an alphabet to put out a message in another language, likely.
Well, a lot of languages have the same root alphabet.
Okay.
And whatever language this is, either it's put in this, which that makes no sense in Elven, or it just uses the alphabet.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I will see if I can ask around town.
Okay, and you can collect your harpoons. A couple of harpoons laying around.
The ones that are all over the place
from missing.
So I'm sorry, I missed what this thing was.
It was a Sahuagin.
No, the cryptic engraving.
Yeah, well, Gianna went over and looked at it. Do you speak Elven or?
I do actually.
Okay.
Yes.
It's the same thing. You'll recognize that the alphabet is Elven, but what it says is nonsense to you. It doesn't make any sense. None of the word groupings, none of the letter groupings make any sense. So you think whatever language is in it, it's either coded or it's just nonsense written, or it's some language you don't understand that uses its alphabet, which is
right.
Okay, I think we're done with this place and with this, particularly with this creature. this foul creature. So I would suggest we head back uh, to the town, and while we are heading back, uh, is there any way that we can find out if the problem has been solved, or just being in the city?
Well, I'm gonna ask: are there any more doors or any sort of mechanisms in this room? Because maybe.
I want to know how deep this temple goes.
Yeah, no, that was it. It's just this one room.
Okay, well, when we leave the temple, do we see anything else, or can I check the temple walls to see if there's any like secret cracks in the wall, or maybe hidden doors?
You didn't see anything. If you're gonna look out, you can look outside.
Okay.
I don't know. I hate having people roll when there's nothing there. So I mean, I could technically have people roll. I just hate when there's. You know what I mean? Like I hate nonsense rolls that are like, yeah, you can roll. I rolled in that 20. There's nothing there. Like I know from a player's point, it's fun to roll, but I hate doing it when there's nothing there. As a DM, I know that there's nothing.
It's just a fireplace.
You'll look around, then you'll look around outside, and near the edge. I mean, you'll go out, and you'll see Chowdah kind of pulling teeth from the sharks and putting them in a bag. You'll see a couple of humanoid bones at the edge of the ledge.
Are they do they look like similar species as myself or people in the group, or are they not?
Familiar in the city? Yeah.
Okay.
And they look like they've been chewed on by the teeth that Chowdah's pulling out.
Are there any clues among the bones, kind of like identifying them, like a ring or like
Ooh, sounds like they sent more adventurers and they got killed by the sharks.
I mean, there's scraps of clothing, but there's nothing specifically identifying. But they did mention that they sent a team down here to try and figure out what it was.
Okay, I think
and they never
came back.
I think that would be an interesting quest.
Yeah, as long as they're not like yucky, I might pick up a few scraps of the clothing just to be like, hey, these belong to some of the people. Do they look familiar? When we go back, so we have.
Well, I mean, they're like literally scraps. The sharks chewed the crap out of them.
Oh, okay. So
we can probably assume that these are the people who are sent before us, and we can tell them that they have been killed, and that should suffice, I think.
Yeah, and maybe
Hey, but they were killed and we weren't.
More to the area.
Good for us.
Well, you saw how I rolled for sharks. Apparently, level 1 NPCs got taken down.
Yeah, those sharks were tough.
They're some brutes.
Okay, so shall we head back?
Yeah, that's fine, and we can ask if there's like more to this place, like something up above or around the corner. Yeah, that's fine.
It's just this one like kind of elongated cavern. It looks like the remains of what used to be some sort of small city. Okay. But it's long abandoned, long in ruins. The best looking place is this temple.
Okay, that's really cool.
Seems odd to have a whole temple there, nothing in it.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the ancient times. Like you go to like an old building, it's looted, it's cleaned out, people got all the fun stuff out of there.
I mean, from the decay and garbage and stuff, it's probably been abandoned for hundreds of years.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can head back to town. You guys ready? Let's go.
Yeah, I want to sell some stuff.
As soon as I'm done with you.
Okay. Let's go back then. So I will.
Hey, is there any possibility of me getting the magic off the stick?
The what?
It wasn't on the trident. It was on the shard of metal. It was on the iron looking thing.
Yeah, is there any possibility of me getting the magic off of that somehow to make it something useful?
Potentially, but you don't know.
I'm too low level. Okay.
It's not impossible, but you don't know.
All right.
So
okay,
so
let's keep it for now, though.
So you guys head up.
I'm heading ahead of the group, leading the way. back to the city.
Okay. I mean, it's just basically straight up. It's going to be relatively easy for 4 of you. The Nephros has to like physically like climb and walk up because he doesn't they can't. It's funny because I made a game that I wanted to do 3D combat, and then I specifically made a race that can't because they don't swim. They can burst backwards, but he has to like kind of walk up the walls.
You give him like hydro jets or something, so he could just like.
He can like flip his tail and fly backwards, but he can't.
Okay, well I'm
like
going
swim
to
in the same way.
I'm gonna tie a rock to a rope and toss it down and pick him up.
Oh no, climbing is
That's very demeaning, but anyway.
Give the rock a hug and I'll pull you up.
If it were me, but if he's okay with it.
Or
Well,
am I
honestly,
trying to
she's
grab him by
the
collar?
fastest one, anyways. The merfolk are the fastest swimmers.
Yeah, 40 speed, man. That's the fastest I've ever been in D&D.
But is he?
I played a Quickling once.
Okay.
In third edition, so it's like 240.
What?
Stupid
Okay.
fast.
Okay. What were you asking?
That's amazing. Can I grab him by the claw and just swim up, I guess? Like
No, I
smash?
mean you can help him. He's not going. I mean, he's not going like ridiculously slow. It's just but I mean, especially compared to how fast you swim or are capable of swimming, he's pretty slow. But
I'll maintain with the group. I won't like swim ahead of everyone. I'll just be
I
talking about.
yeah. Well, uh, my sense or instinct of helping others who are lost and astray. I'm gonna swim at his speed,
Okay.
but still, if everybody is in agreement, still ahead of the group.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to like be ahead and kind of scout a little bit, that's fine.
okay. No, I mean it's relatively quiet all the way up. You go up until you start kind of getting to the bee reed farms, which are grown on the walls of the top of the trench. That's just where those grow naturally. And you'll swim past those and kind of pop up near the coral bridge in the wall. And as you're kind of getting near the bridge, you'll hear like percussion sounds, like instrumental, like rhythmic percussion sounds.
Is there something going on in town, like an event, I guess, or a parade? Someone coming to town?
Well, the I'm not very good at like putting
I'm having
stuff
a Little Mermaid
online.
flashbacks.
The what?
Little Mermaid flashbacks. Like,
Well, right near the bridge is the kind of amphitheater thing.
Okay.
So I mean, you'd guess, and I don't know what deity you specifically worship, but that's also right behind the Idro, the temple to Idro, which is the merfolk, Electra, whatever the hell those deity of those.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you guys want to check out what's going on before we head back to town? What do you guys want to do?
Well, that is part that is in town, part of town.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't feel particularly inclined to see. I mean, I'm not very good with other races and other people as well, so I don't feel inclined to find out more about it. But
Tea party and potato. What do you guys think?
But since we have a mermaid here with us, she might want.
I feel inclined to find a shop to sell my trident.
I'll check it out with you.
All right, cool. You guys go shopping.
I'll go with you.
Okay. Well, I mean, you guys come right up.
I'm sorry.
To,
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving anybody behind. So I'm also following.
Oh, I mean, you
far-
two can go to the shop, and then us three can go there.
I don't.
You
I
think-
have no intention of shopping, or I mean, I didn't want to go shopping.
Just hang
I
out.
didn't want to neither go to the shopping nor stay in this place. But since most of our group are staying and seeing what all this is about, I'm not gonna abandon you guys.
Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
guys
stay with
swim up and kind of go on the bridge, and behind you is the government section, and on the top of the landing is where Castle Lannis is, and this goes. The coral bridge kind of comes to this landing, and then it has like a 20-foot wall that kind of goes around the city proper. There's houses and like a couple of businesses and stuff, the farming and fishing and stuff that are kind of right along the edge, or on the other side of the wall. But I mean, you can swim, so it's not really a detriment. It's more to block out kind of the eyesore and keep the city looking pretty. And then flanking it are the 100-foot statues of the first king and queen of Lannis, and then almost immediately right there is the amphitheater and the temple. And the three of you will swim over, and basically you'll see a couple people gathering there, but it mostly looks like there's two half aquatic elven figures on the stage, kind of setting up and practicing. And I mean, there's a couple of other people helping set up, but it looks like they're just setting up right now.
I might swim up to him and be like, "Oh, so what event's going on?"
We're playing here. Well, later we're setting up.
Is it is it just to play music, or is it in celebration of something in particular?
Just to play. We travel around and play.
Oh, cool. Where are you guys from?
Somewhere around.
This is going well. I look at the group and like, after you guys.
Why are you being so evasive?
You've never heard of Sheltech?
No.
No.
It was me and my brother. We travel all over. We play mostly underwater. There's not a whole lot of places to play, but sounds better underwater. And they have these like metal-looking barrels that are like floating. They're held down by ropes, which would have very different acoustics above water, but underwater, banging on basically air-filled barrels sounds a lot different.
Well, I don't say anything, but I do like this, and I cross my arms and wait for the party to leave this show, or however these bars are calling.
I'm with this dude. I'm with this dude.
Well, you guys were walking.
No,
you guys were walking more to
not,
town.
actually.
You
What a
guys
show.
are grumpy today.
Yeah, I want to go shopping.
I think one of them will kind of
We'll
look
go
at
shopping with you next, Potato.
the grumpy elf and just kind of be like, I think your dad is a little grumpy and
That is not my dad.
Well, nobody told him to come
I know.
with us.
Well, it's very obvious he's not. You can tell he's being kind of sarcastic.
I'm gonna check out the barrels.
Well, I thought you two were going shopping.
I want to go shopping.
Yeah, the other three went kind of over there, and you guys just continued into a little bit past it.
I was going with
Okay.
Or were you just gonna kind of all go because you kind of got curious?
I was going with Grippa and Geeky.
Okay.
And I'm going shopping.
Okay.
I'm
Then-
not in the party with these guys
You got coupons.
currently.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out the.
I want to get this. I want to get this trident turned into some gold
Well, pearls, but yeah.
Bedazzled.
pearls. Yeah.
I'm sure I've never seen anything crafted like it, so I'm interested in the design of it.
It's just,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you've never seen a barrel, but for saving what it looks like, it looks like,
Like a percussion drum type of thing.
no, it looks like
Like an oil drum.
yeah, I mean, not exactly because it's like ancient kind of thing, but it looks like a metal barrel, a waterproof metal barrel that they have like a hook on the bottom. And there's more than one, there's like 4 or 5 of them. they kind of have like one's bigger and then they get a little bit smaller each of them as they go along.
Very interesting.
Do we see anyone else kind of like in the amphitheater area, just like lurking about, hanging
I have
out?
a couple of people, but nothing. Mostly just kind of hanging out and watching.
So
Groupies, no.
Eh,
I don't know. What do you guys think? If there's anything else interesting to do, or
Well, we could find out when they start, and then we can
Let's
come back and
say-
watch them later.
all right,
I
let's do that.
say to the mermaid and to Daria. So, are you both satisfied? Are you both curiosities satisfied then?
We're gonna find out when they play, so we'll ask them.
I'm shopping. and,
We are actually staying for the play. You mean?
why not?
Well, it's not a play; it's a
It's
concert.
a
Sure.
concert.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna come
So we're
back.
gonna ask what time the concert's at.
Concert play. However you want to call it.
Once it gets dark, sundown, start playing. We'll warm up a bit, and then you'll hear us all over town probably.
Get out.
If we hear them all over town, then we don't have to actually stay in this place then.
Well, you don't have to stay, but man, like we can come and eat some oysters and
And mosh pit.
yeah, and whatever the equivalent of underwater ale is.
There actually is seating for it, although a lot of people just kind of sit and swim
Yeah,
above.
Jimmy.
But like the seating in front is by admission, by like ticket, but you can kind of swim. You're not supposed to like swim in the bubble, like below the kind of a certain level. It's not strictly blocked off, but you're not supposed to.
It's a no swimming zone.
But it's like, but there's no real way to avoid kind
Sitting
of that
only.
like sitting on a tree watching over the field to watch a baseball game kind of thing. Is because it's this whole thing. So a lot of people just kind of don't pay and just hang out. But the seating inside is supposed to be kind of reserved for people who want to pay and get better seating.
Okay, enough. What was the name of the guy who had hired us again?
He didn't give you a name. He was just a grung.
Oh, is
Yeah.
what?
He was a blue grung. What's that what I said? He was a grung. And
Yeah.
it had,
Wrong.
let me check my notes real quick.
While you guys are doing this, I want to know how much I get for the trident.
All right. Let me double check.
Look in the player's handbook. See how much it cost.
Anyway, I don't actually need the name. I need to know if he is.
Yeah, it's a blue grung.
Okay.
Well, he was in a
kind
specific
of
office.
He's in an office. Okay. And then I say to the rest of the party, if you guys stay here, then I don't really. I mean, I'm a very patient elf, if you must know.
We noticed.
However,
Well, you can hang out at a tavern while we finish up.
I'm sorry.
You can go hang out at a tavern while we finish up.
I'm not very into taverns as well. However,
Go find something else to do, and we'll finish up here. So.
What do
But-
you do? Like what? Do you just go around being grumpy?
I go around and help people who are in need among all these large and very big sea. Since
That's-
there is no one else here who needs my help. However, I do intend to head back to the guy who had hired us and show us the proof that we at least kill a creature who was probably up to no good at that region.
And I want to get paid. I want to get paid.
I'm
Shut up,
gonna
you're not there.
I'm gonna if you guys I mean
Okay.
I
Well, I'm gonna.
I would propose I would propose that we will all go together. But
Okay.
since but I'm very. I'm also a very. I'm also very. I have also lots of honor to what we had agreed, and I'm gonna tell if I'm going alone. I mean, I'm gonna tell the guy that
Well,
we will.
I'm gonna before you worry about that, I'm gonna switch over real quick and deal with Potato or Wayne.
Okay.
So they're gonna go to the amphitheater and kind of look around and talk to them. You're gonna go straight on. There's this place in town called Noah's Novelties. It is run by a pretty old aquatic elf. Apparently, everything that you're going to is an aquatic elf. It's actually parts of salvaged ships that have been kind of put together, pieced together, and made into a building. And that's where you. That's the general store, the closest thing to the general store. It has odds and ends and stuff, so you can go there.
And I walk up to the shopkeeper and I'm like, "Hey,
Oh,
hey,
hello. How are you?
well, I just acquired this trident and I have no use for it. How much will you give me for it?"
How did you? Yes. How did you acquire a trident? How did you acquire a trident? Tell me, I must know how you.
Yes, yes. We kind of went all the way down to clear up a thing for the city, and
A thing for a thing
yes,
for the city.
they were.
Oh, okay.
There was garbage blocking the way, or there was garbage coming back up, and so we solved the problem. And this was held by said problem.
Murder. You're implying murder. You killed something.
No, no, not murder. No, he
Oh,
attacked.
I'm sure self-defense. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
definitely self-defense.
exactly.
And now you've come to pawn your wares.
Yes.
Expect getting my valuable pearls for this acquired loot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me see it. Toss it over. Hand it over.
He hands it to the shopkeep and eyes him intently.
Okay. I mean, he'll look at it, spin it around. Like it looks like he's looking at it and trying to look at it, but he doesn't have he knows the basic idea, but like the quality and stuff might be a little bit past him, kind of thing. He'll like hold it and stab, like pretend to stab at you a bit with it, bend it a little bit, and it seems well made. A little crude, but. And what were you expecting for it? My precious pearls?
20.
No, it's nonsense. I'll maybe, partially, probably, definitely. I'll definitely only be able to sell it for half that. I won't be able to even sell it for 10.
Well, fine. I'll take 8, and we'll call it a day.
I will give you. $4. That is the best I can do.
He feels like he's getting ripped off, so he just takes the trident and goes away.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, you're welcome to come back if you change your mind. Goodbye. Probably as you kind of walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Come back anytime.
Where are you gonna go when you leave there? Then
I'm gonna go get paid.
okay.
I'm gonna go find the rest of them and be like, yeah, I didn't get anything for the trident.
I never thought you would anyway, but yeah.
So, DM, did you say that there was kind of like an area that looked like it was like kind of off limits, but there? Because if they're not looking, I'm gonna sneak back there and see what's going on.
Kind of what?
Did you say there was kind of like a backstage area or like?
No. It's just like because the whole like 3D, you can just kind of swim up. They the seating area that they have, they charge admission for, and you're just not supposed to kind of be in that bubble when people are
Oh, okay.
performing unless
There's
you've
no
played
there.
for admissions. But people swarm around the edges and stuff all the time.
Is there anything to check out in the amphitheater? I guess.
Not
Or-
really. I mean, it's just
No.
kind of an open area. Most everything that's here is stuff that they brought.
Yeah. So, Geeky or Cow, do you think there's anything else that we need to check out here? Or you guys ready to go?
No, we found out when it starts. We can come back.
All right. Sounds good.
Before Grumpy Gus turns
You're
into a pumpkin.
muted.
There might be more stuff to check out when there's like people. We could check out the people, see if anybody's suspicious.
Well, I think the town's dead because they don't know we fixed the problem yet.
Okay.
I mean,
That
well,
seems-
actually,
It seems like it would be a big detriment to the popularity of the city.
Did we fix the problem?
I don't think
that's what we are intended to find out as well. Before we just stopped to see some half elves, not even entire elves, half elves trying to
Hey,
have a
Well,
concert.
there's two. I mean, together they're.
watch the racism, man.
He only likes me because I'm white.
I'm not racist if
Yeah.
I'm just stating facts.
Yeah, but
He thinks he's
they're not even whole elves. They're just half elves.
he thinks he's superior because
That is an observation. Did you not agree with it?
They're half elves, and they're half something else.
It's the
That
Toby
makes their whole people.
chicken,
Yes. All right.
dinosaur.
Okay. So shall we move on then?
You guys will go and kind of back into the government section and kind of wind your way back, and basically you'll find a closed and locked door. Office hours are past for the day. So you'll have to come back in the morning.
to the tavern.
To the tavern.
Oh god.
Well, come
okay.
on, Alandry. There's nobody to help right now. Let's go get some food and get some rest, and we can go back on our holy crusade tomorrow and help all the people.
Yeah.
Earl Grey tea for you.
I do agree with I
Ah.
do agree with the resting for no more than 6 hours, and but however I will wait for the rest of the group to be up in the morning, and we can probably find out a tavern then to spend the night perhaps.
Or, well,
Yeah, my guy goes into the tavern and buys like a big thing of beer.
There's
Yeah, and I wanna go to
there's no
the-
strictly taverns. I mean, there might be a place called a tavern, but it has a different functionality underwater because you can't just get a beer underwater because how do you pour liquid underwater? Like you'd fill it and then you just it just doesn't exist in the same fashion. You can find like an eatery where you hang out, like a cafe kind of thing.
Okay, that's fine. I guess like, do you guys want to do stuff in town until that show starts? I don't really care what we do in town, but
Hmm.
I kind of want to check out that show.
Yeah, let's go.
So this concert is gonna happen in the evening or during
They said
or
it's sundown. What were you saying, Daria?
Let's go get some food and just rest and lounge around. And I mean, we just fought zombie sharks in a
Okay. Let's do it.
swaggin. I mean, we should just go rest and get some food and.
I'm following Daria.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we will try to find a cafe or something.
Alright, I mean, you'll find something.
Is there like an inn or a bed and breakfast kind of thing?
There is an inn, but
Well, let's go to the inn. We can go to the inn and get a room, and that way later on after the concert we can come back and sleep for a few hours. But while we're there, we can get some food before the concert.
Do it. That sounds good.
It sounds like a plan. Yeah.
okay. You'll go to this long dome, not really domed, but I mean all of the buildings are a little domed. Long building. It says inn. Doesn't have a name.
The inn.
We get,
Salty Dwarf Inn.
we get in.
Dolphin.
Hey, innkeeper.
There'll be a kuoto, which are
Like the humanoid frog-like things.
no,
that are
they're
not grungs.
they're like fish. Like they're almost
Oh, yeah.
like humanoids with like almost like fish heads.
Oh, kind of like on SpongeBob.
They're bad-tempered, racist, and xenophobic.
I don't think
So
Yeah,
they'll
I
fit
don't
right
think
in
I
with
have a
our
picture of
with
her.
our elf.
Grandpa over here.
As long as he states facts, I'm okay with him.
You're doing great protecting everybody, Mister. Got knocked the fuck out.
First battle.
Yeah, well, so did you. Almost.
I did not.
Yeah, but you know you came close.
Yep.
So,
I also grappled a fucking shark. So
innkeeper,
He'll swim over.
innkeeper,
Bear
we need
claw.
5 rooms.
5.
5 rooms.
He swims over and gets really close and starts like kind of sniffing around.
Personal space, dude.
I'm gonna sniff back.
He smells like
Don't get that close to a
tell.
lady.
That's fishy.
This guy's a creeper. I'm thinking that.
Back off.
There are Roach,
I can.
there are crafting guilds in the city, I assume, right?
Not really.
So, are you gonna sniff me all day, or can we get
Well,
5
no.
rooms?
He was asking. No, he was gonna come over and get a little close and sniff, and. Yeah. Room. 2 bits per room. They're tiny little rooms. Well, not tiny. They're small.
Do they have beds?
Yes.
Okay.
Good. That's good enough for me.
Okay. And you'll all pay him 2 bits. Bits are copper essentially for character sheets. Bits and then tidbits are silver, and then pearls are gold, then amber is platinum for what it matters. If the terminology gets annoying, I'll just use copper and gold. But
I just wanted to make myself like a list.
but technically, I wanted to have it not be metallic.
Yeah, that's fine.
Those are cute names.
Yeah.
So they're these little like pod rooms. I mean, they are
Somebody-
very small.
I don't actually have any money.
The what?
I don't actually have any money.
I was assuming we would have the starting money from.
Yeah, I used my starting money to buy a cart because I need to carry my
I'll
crap.
pay for you. I'll cover the crab.
I mean,
Yeah.
lobster. I technically get free room and board at guilds because I'm a member of the guild.
Yeah, let's go to guilds. That's fine.
So that's why I was asking
That's
whether or not there were any
creeping me out.
guilds.
The sniffy fish guy is kind of weirding me out a little bit. So
That's just.
Well, you've already paid, so you're stuck here.
Is there a restaurant? Can we go eat? Is there
Anyways, the
cafe?
rooms are like little pod, like egg-shaped kind of rooms. They are pretty small. They're probably only like 10 feet around, and they just have like a cot. Like they are just really kind of basic.
okay, I'll pay for the lobsters.
Thank you.
And okay, I'm a lazy DM and only DM with gold. So how many copper pieces are? Is it 100 copper for gold?
Yeah,
Like-
'cause it's a 10, 10, 10. So,
Okay, cool.
220. 10, 10, 220.
no, it's 10 copper make 1 silver, 10 silver make 1 gold, 10 gold make 1 platinum,
Oh boy.
and
okay.
I think 5 gold make an electrum, but that's not used everywhere. and it just makes life annoying.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Sorry, I'm a lazy DM, man.
Okay. How much you said it was for a room again? Sorry.
2 bits, so 2 copper.
Okay.
You also get a shave and a haircut. Yep.
It's alright. Okay, and you have anything to eat here?
No,
Or
it's
do
just
you
a place. It's just a place to rest, and it does look like a relatively small place inside.
So I take the key and I'm like, let's go find somewhere fun to eat, guys.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Fun tonight.
You're gonna notice a trend with the Koatoa places.
So what do we know about Koatoa? There we go. Can I do a knowledge check?
The what?
Can I do a knowledge check on Koatoa? Because to be
Well,
honest,
the monster man. They tend to be a little.
Fishy.
I can metagame a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, metagaming.
Especially for the common races around town and stuff. I mean, I don't know how long each of your characters have been here, whether you're being from here or well, I know yours has traveled to here. And for point of emphasis, this city is west of Cholt.
Dinosaurs.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's underwater, but it's west of Cholt, that area.
All right.
That helps me though. I have an idea where we're at on this Sword Coast map at least.
Yeah. And you went through a city, because you would have had to come through there. There's a city, it's smaller Triton city south of Kalimport in the Shining Sea.
Oh yeah, I think I put my character from the Sea of Stars.
Yeah.
Somehow I got moved.
Saros. I was reading about that this week.
I'm from the Northeast.
There's not a whole lot written about underwater stuff, and what there is, it's very...
Yeah, I'm hoping 5e kind of expands stuff a little bit, because I understand it's like, oh, create your own stuff. It'd be nice to have like a little bit of lore to kind of, for inspiration.
Did Koatoa are degenerate fish-like humanoids that once inhabited shores and islands of the surface. Long ago, you with their ilk drove the Koatoa underground, where they dwell in madness, blah, blah, blah. They don't do well with bright lights. I mean, I don't know if you guys have the thing, because I don't have a thing in the actual game. I'll get one, but that's what they actually look like.
Aww.
Like, they look like they just have fish heads attached to kind of humanoid bodies.
They look like they came out of the nursing home.
Yeah.
I mean, no. Actually, I mean, he actually looks like some race from Star Wars.
I
think, right?
Yeah.
I don't actually remember the name of the race, but they do look like the one with with some barbs. I'd say in English, but no, it's not barbs. It's anyway. It's kind of it's a filament that
Antennae.
that grows. No, antennae is
cartilage, fins.
No, it's part of the end of your mouth and goes a bit down.
Tusk?
I don't know.
Like baleen.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. I'm sorry.
You guys will mention places to eat, and he'll kind of offhandedly mention. I like the original chum bucket.
It's plankton there. Let's go.
I'm down.
No, it's the original chum bucket.
The original.
OG chum bucket.
The robot wife and plankton.
Bro, I'm not from US, so I have no idea what you guys.
It's SpongeBob.
Anyway.
There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of references to Probably less to SpongeBob because I don't watch it very much. There's gonna be a lot of references to Aquaman.
Oh my god.
In fact, there'll probably be one in like 10 minutes.
Right.
you guys
I
gonna-
just
Well,
follow-
seeing as we're traveling with with Aquaman.
Does talk to some fish.
I'm not so mermaid.
You guys are just gonna find a place to eat.
Mermaid. Let's go. I don't care where we go.
Where are you going?
You have a good recommendation, Daria? What's your favorite place in town?
Yeah, the chum bucket. Or the,
Krusty Krab.
There's no Krusty Krab. I'm not willing to go that far.
That is.
Okay, so let me pull up my own map. I want to get it online, but I don't know how to do it without like just taking a picture and having like glare and shit everywhere.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't know how to do like
Can you
online
drop
art.
it into Roll20?
What?
A picture?
I don't know. I don't know how to put it online. Like I have it. It's physically drawn.
Oh, scanner.
I guess I could try that.
I have an app that I could mention later that you can use your phone to scan.
Okay. So you know where they are. Basically, like the biggest building kind of in this section is the Temple of Poseidon, big domed, shell decorated building, and kind of off to the west of it, it's actually not a building. It's just like a large black circular stone. It's been chiseled, but that's where a lot of the Koatoa go to pray and stuff, because that's as close to they have is a temple to I want to say his name. I need to look up his name because I want to say it. It's the Sea Mother, but it has a weird name.
Is it the symbol of the dolphin? Or...
No, the symbol is a black pearl.
Oh, okay, I don't remember that one.
Johnny Depp. I worship him.
Blip Dual Pool Pup.
Whoa, what? I haven't heard of that one. I haven't seen that Forgotten Realms video yet. We need to write Jordan to write one on this.
Also known as the Sea Mother, but that's what the Koatoa call it.
That is an interesting name.
Oh, I guess I could have put it in
What was that
Roll20.
again?
I can put it in Roll20. I
Oh,
wasn't even thinking about it.
the big dual pulp.
Yeah. I love the Koatoa names.
Oh man.
Anyways, and just past that are the original Chum Buckets. There's actually two stores directly across the street from each other. The kind of, not really streets, but kind of across from each other.
Okay.
They're both fooderies that specialize in like meats and fish and such.
The cleanness.
Sushi.
Damn it! I was just about to say that.
Anything into salad or algae.
No, these two places both specialize in meats.
Okay, I can eat meat, but yeah, we should have for one of them.
On the menu for people who don't eat meat. So. If not,
Well, there's other places. I actually looked up vegetation that grows underwater. Just these two places specifically kind of deal in meats.
we have another place that's more variety, I guess.
They're both owned and operated by a pair of Koatoa twins, both named Tuluga. And they don't like each other because they both think that they have the original Chum Bucket and the other one's copying them.
That's funny.
Yeah, you'd be able to find some place if you actually go up to the zoo area. You can find like fair foods and stuff like that.
We'll go somewhere so that way, like, there's a little something for everyone, I guess.
Ooh,
But
funnel
okay.
cake.
Deep fried shrimp.
At the kind of the around the zoo area, there'll be people pedaling. It's not gonna be like, it's gonna be a little expensive, but they'll have food there.
Okay.
The thing that they sell there is They're called silver floats. They're long silver fish that are filled with air and then boiled with kind of a sweet water and sold on a cord because they float until you bite into them.
It's like a balloon.
Yeah.
Edible balloon, yes.
It's kind of marketed towards younger audience, but they have them there. You'll be able to find something and throw a couple of bits off your character sheet, and you'll be able to just cruise around and find something to eat.
All right, I got fish on the stick full of caramel on it.
The what?
Fish on the stick with caramel or something on it. I don't know. I don't know what fish people eat.
Well,
Fish and
if I don't
plants.
find anything, if I don't find any salad, I will also.
No, that's what I'm saying. You'll kind of cruise around. You'll find something.
Oh,
You'll
okay.
pop in somewhere that you. A sea cucumber's not a plant though.
Oh yeah. He doesn't have to know that.
Yeah.
Eba.
Kind of creepy looking, but they look like cucumbers. Yeah,
You have like
cucumbers.
a really like gross defense mechanism.
You have like water milfoils, a water milfoil salad. I just looked up underwater sea life a couple weeks ago and was just trying to find stuff that would make up edible kind of thing.
I have one of those then.
It's seaweed. That's like grass.
Oh, milfoils are
Perfect.
they're like
That's perfect.
Do you cut it?
Oh, there's lots of pretty underwater flowers and plants.
but a lot of the ones that I was finding were like stuff that like float on the top and it's not gonna be the same thing.
So is it dark enough to head to the show yet? Now that we got food.
Yeah, you can even start to hear them kind of ramp up and people start going there after a bit.
Show now?
The what?
I was asking the group, should we go to the show now?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Were you gonna get admission or just kind of sit around the edges?
Oh, I'll pay to get in.
My character's gonna sit on the edges.
Get some glow bracelet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit on the edge.
Okay.
What's
It's gonna be
your-
1 pearl for the actual seating. If not,
I'm going. One
Okay.
pearl.
yep.
I'm
One,
gonna go in too
To
because
be-
I want to check out the people and like
See if there's any quests.
see if
Out that
see if
we're
we can find the
Uh,
blue dude
there's-
that like gave us the first quest.
The Blue Man Group.
The Blue Man Group, yeah.
So I'm gonna be on the edges, but I'll try to have a line of a sight into.
well, it's, like I said, it's not gonna be that big of a deal because like the seating is for people who pay, so they get like priority kind of front row seating, but they really can't stop people from just kind of sitting right outside, swimming above
Who's
and
waving at
watching.
you?
Ah, okay, yeah.
Okay,
But anyway,
yeah.
I'm not at any rate. I'm not gonna be so far away from them. That's all.
He's standing watch.
That's
But my character is not going to be close to his.
Okay, the band is called Shell Tech, and it's a complete parody of a band that I listen to. It's a musical duo made up of 2 half-aquatic elven brothers, Squall and Squid. I already mentioned most of this, but they have a percussion-based sound created with metal barrels filled with air. And as they start playing, they're a very energetic band, and they get their audience to kind of jump in and yell and jump around. It's almost like kind of rave, sort of outdoor rave, I guess. They're very good at kind of pumping up the crowd and getting everybody kind of jumping and stuff. And they have this like youth rebellion type lyrics to their thing where they're kind of irreverent. That makes them popular with youth. It's going to be worth noting. At some point, you're going to see, and I know somebody's just going to laugh at me. Mara is going to be there, and she is, depending on your opinion, she is either the future queen or the fox queen.
Okay.
And there's a whole story there, but she's there watching.
What do we know about her? Other
Pretty redhead.
than her being queen?
Yes. Well, I can give you the whole spiel. It's hard for me to. I don't know where to break it down. I guess I'm not bad at explaining without over-explaining. The current rulership is a young king, Markins Laneth V. He's fairly well liked and pretty kind king. He's been engaged to Mara for 10 years.
Okay.
She's kind of a rebellious Triton from another city in the Shining Sea, south of Kalimport, which I mentioned. Like I said, Mara has mixed reputations. She's either called the Future Queen by a lot who kind of like her or approve of her, or the Fox Queen by people who don't like her. She's at odds with the Oracles of Poseidon, who traditions demand a series of trials and tests to decide if someone's worthy of becoming queen to marry the king. Meryl believes they or anyone else doesn't have any right to judge her and Markin's love. Markins refuses to wed without the Oracles of Poseidon's blessing, but otherwise he supports her kind of cause in it. It's kind of a silent standoff that everyone knows Meryl will eventually win, or risk not having a line of succession, because she kind of holds all the cards there. Everybody knows that, which is where a lot of the population resentment comes from. Seeing the whole kind of refusal is pointless. So
has she done anything to earn this like negative reputation that
she's at the standoff with the biggest religion in town.
Yeah.
So I mean, nothing specifically. It's all kind of upper end
more
politics and
Okay.
political and stuff. But
Okay, so I probably like don't care either way until I gather more information.
Well,
So-
my character has to pretend to care.
you what?
My character has to pretend to care.
Why?
No, your character. You mean your character cares?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
So
cares.
He does care. Then. Okay. Well, my elf probably doesn't know any of this.
Yeah, because you weren't from the area, right?
Yeah, and so yeah, I don't care basically. I'm the plus. I don't care, and I don't care for.
I like her, and I think it's a bunch of baloney.
Fight the patriarchy. Fight the archy.
Exactly.
But I just would like to ask something enough. And I'm trying. Okay, so if I say that I'm not being racist, then I'm probably gonna go and be racist. But which races are she and the king and
They're Tritons.
Huh?
She's a Triton, and so the kind of ruling class are
okay.
Triton.
Oh yeah. I see. All right. Just so I know.
A lot of this is in my head, so I know a lot of it, and I over-explain certain parts of it and forget to explain, basic parts.
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
sorry
I
about
mentioned that they were. I think I mentioned they were Tritons at some point, but
Did choose from a trading city.
yeah.
Yeah, I should have guessed it. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on what race she was either. So
It's fine. That's why you ask a question.
I mean,
it's racist. That's what race they are.
no. I mean,
She's NASCAR, definitely. She's
NASCAR.
yeah, she doesn't care about that F-150 or whatever European
F1, just
supercars.
F1.
F1, that's
Yeah.
right. F-150 is the truck.
Yeah, you're doing great.
That's she might be into the F-150 racing. Anyways, so the band will play, and I mean, I can link the kind of, like I said, it's kind of a parody kind of the band, and I can link it later, but I obviously can't play it because
I do have one question. Are they singing in Elf or Common or any other language?
there's no
that I
common. The common language in this area is Triton.
All right. So I'm sorry about it.
So they'll be singing mostly in Triton. You'll hear a lot of like Elven terms kind of mixed in their music. And they play, like I said, they play very energetic, very loud, and they like to get into it.
Like the Sex Pistols.
Like
Lessons.
you'll.
I'm old.
I don't want to ruin my. No, I know what you're talking about. I don't want to ruin my joke by over explaining where the joke comes from, I guess. But and they play well into the morning.
Yeah,
and-
my character leaves halfway
they do.
through and goes to sleep.
Whoa. So they do well into the morning.
Well, not like dawn, but like well into past midnight and early morning.
Okay.
Yeah, my character just goes to sleep at like 10.
Okay, and you're gonna be leaving early, so whenever
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave at 2 a.m.
Okay, whenever your characters decide to leave, they decide to leave. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but they play very loud, and you can stay or you don't. They, especially in the area that is in the kind of roped in area, there's gonna be like these seaweed wrap things, narcotic seaweed wraps that are gonna be being passed around. But you guys can watch the whole thing or whatever, and then eventually kind of make your way to the inn.
Okay.
Are we passing around psychotropic berries?
Kind of, but
the mermaid?
they're like they're like infused seaweed. There are actual berries that do it too, but the ones that are going around the show are like seaweed wraps. So you guys will go back to the inn and wake up in the morning after the long rest and all that.
Well,
at
I'm not
different
actually
times.
gonna wake up. But
The what? Well, I know you.
I'm not gonna. Sorry.
Well, you go into the elven trance, but I'm just saying you go into the long rest.
Okay. Yeah.
And it is morning. You guys probably wake up at different time periods, anyways. But
Yeah, I'll probably wake up first and
you don't
and
wake
wait
up.
and wait for the others.
I'm sleeping in.
Yeah, I'll be awake far before you guys.
But when I get up, I'll meet with the group and see what adventure you guys are ready for.
All adventure.
Okay,
All
so you guys
the
are
adventure
kind
ever.
of gathered.
It's adventure time! Mathematical!
I love that show and the comics.
I can only come up with so many inns in a week, and I put all of my effort into last night. So you guys are all kind of just chilling in kind of the common area as you guys slowly come to consciousness and wander out. And eventually whoever the last one is will wander out.
I get caffeinated and I'm ready.
I was gonna say we need the underwater version of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys do.
Methylxanthines, please.
The what?
Methylxanthines is the pharmaceutical name for the chemical group that is caffeine's included in.
Oh.
Sorry, I took psychopharmacology.
Nice.
Interesting.
Fancy.
Okay, so in an effort to be more sociable around people and not animals, just animals. I'm gonna ask the party. So what did you think about the concert?
I don't.
Was it interesting?
So DM, I'm guessing we didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
No, it's just a con.
Yeah, we saw the queen there, or the queen to be, possibly, and
She's very
people were
pretty.
talking about politics and yeah,
I like
it was a good show.
redheads, to be fair.
I like Mary.
All right.
Yeah. My character doesn't like her.
Why not?
Don't like redheads? We're fighting now.
Seems like a
Because he
nice little-
chooses what
Why?
parts of his religion to cling to.
Yeah.
I'm not from this. I'm not from this part of.
Well,
Across the sea.
you'll see a symbol of Poseidon that he wears.
Mm-hmm. That's why.
So it's
That's why.
So it's something about
Something about Mara.
no,
Yeah.
something about religion. I was gonna say.
Yes.
This
I get an inspiration for that, right?
Go for. Actually, technically, you all have inspiration
that's true.
because you
That's true.
got them for your.
Introduction thing.
Yeah,
All right.
I do have a plan if people ever bother watching.
A what?
For like a lot of them do like donations and stuff for their
Yeah.
streams. I don't want to do nat 20s or advantage because I think that will affect the game too much, especially for ongoing stuff. But I think I put it in a thing. But that the donations will give you guys a D6 advantage that you guys can pile up and save game to game if you want, or hand them out or whatever. So it's similar, but nobody watches right now, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
You'll get there.
So I'm gonna say to them, I still have this stinky large ear of a dead creature with me, waiting to be presented as a proof that we killed.
You should have
Yeah,
said that
let's go do
Yeah.
that
If you
before
guys,
anything else.
are now willing to go, so am I assuming it is like a time where his office is gonna be
we'll
open?
go. Let's go get
Yeah.
the ear of.
Morning.
Okay.
and
So
normal kind of-
can we please go, and so that I can be rid of this ear at this point?
Yeah,
No direction.
Yeah,
yeah.
You can
Well,
walk
Kind of
away
starting to
and take
stink.
away.
I don't have a nose, so.
Okay, you guys can all make your way over there, and you'll find the same office. It's open at this point.
Okay. You walk in.
Well,
Okay, then I'll
Swim in.
say, I'll probably tell, let's see, who I like most of you. Or who I don't have any ratios.
man, you're causing lots of problems.
Does anyone on that list?
The racist
Well,
elf who
I'm
doesn't like
bottom of that
anybody.
list. I called him racist, so.
No, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say to.
I concur.
I'm gonna say to all of them. As you might have noticed, I'm not very good dealing with other people.
Okay.
And if you would be kind to actually talk to this person on our behalf, I'll be really glad, because otherwise we'll probably get less paid and
I nominate Daria.
and then, as I was saying, I might insult him in some way.
Oh,
And then I'm gonna stand in the back of the line and wait for the party to head into actually the office.
I mean, you'll go over there and kind of find the area. You'll see him kind of sitting, flipping through paperwork and stuff. It's not really paper because it's more written on parchment.
He
like
doesn't have a name. He's just a
papyrus
blue.
scrolls, because I know papyrus handles well in water, actually. So
I don't remember. I thought of it. I didn't write it down. But and a lot of the books have like large seashells that cover the binding, so there's not actually like square. Most of them are rounded. You know, a lot of them have like the binding goes through and the binding extends, so you can kind of tie the book somewheres. Because if you don't tie the book somewheres, currents will come and just wash them away. You can't just leave them sitting around. It's true with a lot of items, but no, you'll see him and he'll spot you and kind of look over from his paperwork. Oh, you're back.
Hey,
yeah.
Blue.
Oh, go ahead, tea party.
Oh, hey, Blue. You know we got this ear. You know, we took care of your little problem. Did we take care of your problem? I mean, is there still rubbish floating up?
Well, I don't know. What did you do?
Well, we cleared out this was it temple?
Yeah,
was it?
zombie sharks in the thing.
Yeah, we cleared out a temple. There were some zombie sharks and
Zombie sharks? Oh my! That
And,
sounds dangerous.
we took care of them. No problem.
So you cleared out the area?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I am authorized to pay you the 100 we agreed upon, and I can send a team down post haste, and they can look to make sure everything looks in the clear. And once they come back and confirm, I can pay you the bonus if everything is good.
we wait until the team comes back to see.
Well, how long it took you guys to get down there and come back up? It's not. I mean, it'd probably be today if they get them out quickly, but it's going to be a couple hours.
Yeah, my character's willing to wait.
Yeah, but you guys do have a signed kind of agreement too.
I would be willing to go with them to make sure that nothing else surprises them.
Yeah.
Because we were able to fight what we saw, but that doesn't mean that something wasn't hiding that we couldn't.
Oh yeah, good point.
So,
well, and then we don't know if we took care of the problem. We just know that we took care of a problem, but we don't know if we took care of the problem that we were sent to solve.
Well, that's what they're going down there to find out. You can definitely accompany them if you'd like.
Okay,
that's
Kermit.
Probably a good idea. Shut up. That's what I'm going for.
I was gonna say, sounds like Ernie from Maine.
That's what I'm trying to go for. Don't point it out. It makes it dorky.
No, it's so I love it.
Not the first DM to do it.
I love it.
The what?
Good.
I know they fucking did it this week on Critical Role.
Oh, I had a different DM do it. They played like a zombie slot wizard or something. It was hilarious.
I always wanted to do the voice. I think the more we play, the less nerves will kind of get to me.
Oh,
I think that's why it didn't start out with the. I tried to do the voice a bit, but it.
I think you're doing just fine.
I love it.
It's fun.
I also like it.
Well, if you want to go down, I can go find people to go down, and you can wait in the waiting room for a few moments, and I can go.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good. We also fought a creature which we believe was the one who was causing the issue and the trouble. And as a proof, I hand out his face.
That is gross.
That is definitely what it is. Yes, it is a fact.
I will acknowledge you have it, and you can keep that as a souvenir.
I'm gonna keep it for now. Thank you very much.
But I'm gonna eat it.
He'll pay you the 100 pearls. He'll just give you kind of a pouch. You guys can sort it out. Hand it to whoever he was talking to. Probably Daria at this point, because she was the one kind of talking.
Oh, whisper to my friend, drop it in the trash can on the way out. It stinks.
Yay, now I have 30.
I know that. I was trying to be deceptive and to build up my social skills. That's what I said. I was gonna keep it.
Oh, you're doing great, ALANDRY. You're doing great.
And he'll kind of swim off into further into the kind of tunnel systems.
Give like a tiny thumbs up for my tiny little. You're fine.
I don't know how long you guys are just gonna wait there till he gets back.
Well, I'm gonna go outside and find some how to say in English to be more precise, and unconspicuous place or a place where people won't notice, some.
You just kind of go back
and
out.
And I take my share of the. And I take my share.
I mean, you guys can just kind of go back out and toss it over.
Which means I have 30 now.
back into the trench.
Yay!
That's what I'm gonna do.
You'll actually make it back into the room well before he comes back too. It's gonna be like a half an hour before he comes back.
So do we each get 100, or is it 100?
No, it's
No.
100 total. But he just gives you
And-
the pouch with 100, so you guys can deal with it.
Anyone who doesn't want their share, I take it.
Well, that's
I will
why
punch you
that's
right
why
in
he. I mean, he said he didn't want to deal with people individually. He wanted a group, so he's just paying as a group. The whole sum as a group. So
I take 20 and wait for everybody else to take their 20.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
hand it out to everyone.
okay, and
I'm
there's
gonna
the
accept.
100 in there. So
I'm gonna accept in case I'll need.
I don't know.
Grippa, I will give you 1 pearl for. I'm sure you bought me food and lodging, so I'll just give you 1 pearl
That's so sweet.
and a necklace because I make things.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I put it on. What does it look like?
It's probably like a mermaid type of thing.
macaroni.
It's not macaroni.
Starburst wrappers.
Nice.
Duct tape. God, you guys are so classy.
Kidding. It'd be like seashells or something.
No, actually, it's specifically because I'm a lobster, so I molt every year. So I've kept part of my shell and I craft it.
Oh,
'Cause
that's
it's-
right.
Out of it.
So it's
Really
a
get
you.
part of it.
It's like somebody giving you a necklace of their own hair. That kind of creepy thing.
In shark teeth.
I would be afraid.
He'll come back after about a half an hour with 2
Trying to
Koto.
fucking be nice. Okay.
It's the thought that counts.
It is.
So I'm cool with it. I wear it anyway.
And it's the count that thoughts thinks. Damn it. 2 nights in a row made that joke.
Anyways, he'll come back with the 2 Koto. Like, well, these will be the guys who will go down. So you know what to do. Afterwards, there might be more work if you're interested. More contract work for the city. But if you're interested, we can talk about that when you get back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It depends on the kind of needs, but I would be willing to listen. At least.
Okay. So the Koatoa actually kind of dart off, and you guys can follow up with them. But they're gonna be pretty to themselves. They're gonna kind of swim down, nose around, sniff around, get to the bottom. I mean, they'll talk to you a little bit, but they're very kind of abrupt and weird. I'm not reading that right now. They'll swim around in the caves and kind of where you guys point them and look around everywhere and make sure there's nothing poking around. And they'll find nothing.
And then I also say, oh, and by the way, this was probably the last group. These dead bodies here were probably that last group who went here before us.
Oh, Blipto Pop. Be with them. I love that name.
Yes, probably.
May
But they'll probably take like 20 minutes kind of going around the whole cavern and making sure there's nothing, and they'll actually kind of gather up the remains.
I have a cart if you want to put them on the cart.
They don't.
Okay.
And then they'll swim up. And part of them swimming up is they don't pay a whole lot of attention to you guys at that point. They'll just swim up at their own pace. So the merfolk could easily outpace them, but you guys could all keep up. But it's the lobsters slower. So you can either keep up with them, who are gonna separate from you, or separate from the lobster.
Oh.
I'll get there eventually, guys. Let's go.
Well, you don't really need them. They were just here to confirm.
I'm gonna go along with the lobster.
So you guys will make it out after a bit.
And then back to the office, right?
Yep. Wasn't good enough to repeat that joke twice. You had to post a comic about it too.
Yes, it was.
So you guys will go back to the office, and they'll. I mean, by the time you guys get there, the grung will be just kind of sitting there waiting.
So, hey, Blue, did we take care of the problem, or was it a different what? So, what did you guys find down there?
Well, I don't know what the problem was, but they said you killed a couple of creatures that were causing problems, and they found remains. So, I'm inclined to believe that that was the problem, and I can pay you the bonus.
Yay! What's the bonus
Alright.
again? I forgot.
900.
900. 900 divided by 5 is. Yay, 180 plus 30. That means I have 210. Yay!
I'm gonna take 35, right? I'm gonna take 200 and then call it.
So did he have any other quests available? I might ask the guy.
1 second, I'm looking
Big
at
yellow
something.
exclamation point above his head. Hello, adventurers.
We
you
have-
guys like dice?
We have some more rats for you to kill, though.
Oh hell yeah, let's do it.
You guys wanna see my new dice?
The what?
I got new dice. Those are
Aw,
Are those the rainbow ones?
yeah, with Kraken dice.
Oh, I don't know what they were, but I saved them on Amazon because they looked so nice.
Oh, these aren't on Amazon. These are custom made by Kraken, and there's only 1,000 of these.
Are there? I saw some that were on Amazon.
Well,
I like the
eventually-
layered
Yeah,
stuff. Looks nice.
Yeah,
I don't
I have
use-
entered. I have
don't use-
entered those. I have entered. I have entered that Kickstarter. That
I
have,
did too. Those are so amazing.
yeah, but
You guys want to fight a
but-
Kraken? Is that what you were saying? I heard.
Fucking let's
I
do
heard.
this.
I heard Kraken.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'll grapple it.
Kraken,
I'll grapple it,
yeah,
guys.
it's Kraken dice.
Pinch it to death. I think
don't-
that was the name of the dice.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh yeah.
I was. I know.
I know.
Okay. Anyways,
They're beautiful.
Cracking their faces.
Right?
Yeah, I'll drop a link to the dice in the chat so you guys can see them. They're beautiful. They're coming out with little
Yeah.
custom ones too.
oh, it doesn't work.
Wow.
Mm.
I have tons of dice. This is my dice bin.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well, I collect dice.
I have a nice red D20
I want to
can
collect dice.
No.
That sounds
no.
like fun.
use.
Put the D20 away.
He doesn't let me use real dice.
No Widowmaker. I have a dice bag that I've had for I think like 13 years. It's like a skull. Like it looks like it's a dice bag, but it looks like a skull.
There's a channel I follow.
That's the only dice bag I've ever owned. Actually,
I think
technically,
I think it's the D&D dudes or
a
something.
black Crown Royal.
Who have the same skull dice bag.
Really?
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, no. When you guys get back, I'll have to figure out. There's something obviously in my settings that I have links blocked. I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm not having yeah, just go to www.krakendice.com.
Yeah, I don't know what my
Here, I'll put it
issue.
in Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. There's an old sunken ship from some god, Thai or here or something like that.
I think it's here. Yeah.
And I mean it's been there for probably 40 years. In the last couple weeks, there's been I don't know, these creatures popping up near it. Not too close to town, but if you'd like to go deal with them, we could figure out some sort of agreement.
Can you tell us more about it?
It's
Yeah.
a ship. It's made of wood.
Okay.
No, I mean, how much are we getting paid?
Oh,
I want to hear the other information too, man. But yeah, after you find out how much you get paid, I'd like to hear more about the ship.
Yeah.
it's a
I'm the lobster. Stop being so shellfish.
it's a large, like 180-foot long ship. It actually has no visible breaks. Like it just looks like it fell down.
Sounds
Are
like
we
magic was involved.
Are we looking for anything specific? Do you just want us to check it out?
There's these humanoid creatures that have been going through sea spawn, or what they're called. They're cursed humanoids. And I don't know why they're suddenly popping up now, but
All right. Are you guys cool checking it out? I am.
I don't know what we can pay. The longer I do this voice, the more Minnesota I sound. Eh? Guys want to go check it out, eh?
Oh.
Just take a lift up there in the raid and go past Fargo.
See, without the financial motive, my character's like,
Hey, they might have loot.
That you split.
Yes.
To run off with shit.
ha, yeah, I'm totally not gonna run off with anything.
We will hunt you down.
So I was selling that badly shaped and in very bad condition weapon and that you try to sell. How was that about?
Oh yeah, that did not go very well.
Yeah, I imagine this. So anyway,
Did you ask for too much?
Well, I wanted 20. He wanted to pay me 4.
It's 5 gold pieces in the player's handbook.
And
Yeah.
your
You
points?
can't ask for more than the base price.
You can.
Well, you can. Yeah. There's a reason he didn't. Considering if you got 1 bit for it, that is more money than you had before, and more money than you spent on it.
and now you have a non-useful, at least for you to try to.
Man,
I mean,
basically just a trident.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a use for it eventually.
It's a different construction than yours. It's like hunks of wood and weird other materials. Your trident and most of your weapons are made of fee reeds. Your trident is actually 3 pieces of fee reed that are woven together until they get to the split, and then they split to the 3 prongs, and then they're kind of sharpened to the tip. Like the short sword that you have, that Darya has, is just 1 reed that's sharpened to a point at the top, but has like kind of bone-edged blades as the blades, and it's kind of made so it kind of lines up with the thing, and then it's wrapped and binded. So, and your harpoon gun, right? Harpoon. I keep forgetting what the hell it is. It's basically the same reed thing, except it's a much larger one that's hollowed out.
Very cool.
I spent a lot of time thinking about stupid shit like that.
Yeah, my character's gonna find a use for it eventually.
Well, I don't know what we are allowed to offer, but I can match the prior contract. I can, if you go and deal with whatever's there, I can offer you the same 1,000 pearls.
That seems fair.
That seems fair.
That's
However,
I don't know how dangerous it is.
we might find even more dangerous.
Well, you would have salvage rights. So anything you find on them or in the area is your
We
property.
actually don't know if there will be any salvage. But
Wait.
I am aware, but I'm just saying if anything you find on them or in the area, you would be given salvage rights for, so they would be yours.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna go regardless of
that's-
the
Okay.
gold, the pearls, because this is my home, and I'm a ranger.
And I'm backing up my friend here, Daria. So I'm
And,
going.
So I'm going.
But I'm like this because I'm shorter than you guys.
I'm like this because
Yeah, I could take you off of the kneecaps, buddy. Don't fuck with me.
Mm.
I'm like,
He's the weirdest halfling in any game ever.
that's true.
I mean, technically, size-wise, he's about 3.5 feet tall.
It's
I
true.
think.
But I'm like,
It's just he's like 4 feet long, 5 feet long. No, you gotta be a lot
Trying to
longer than that.
He's the muscle of the party.
okay, I'm gonna.
Well, if you give me a few moments, I can write up a quick contract and.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, he'll go back and it'd be like 5-10 minutes. Gonna find the right forms and write up something and then he'll present you that form that he kind of wrote out. And you can spend the time to kind of look it over. And it's very similar to the first one. I mean a couple of definitions change and talking about different problems and this one does specifically have salvage rights outlined in it though.
That sounds very promising to my character.
okay.
If we survive, it will be. Anyway,
Yeah, there's no if. I'm surviving.
Oh, that's a very positive thinking. I see.
Well, he's the reason why you survived.
He's gonna run away. That's what he's-
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
no, I'm not
so,
saying that like that came out kind of weird, but I mean, from your point of view, he's the reason why you survived too. He's the one who healed you.
I know that. I'm just not. I mean, I'm always. Assume that I'm always playing in character. Okay. So enough. I may or may not. It depends on the people, on the other person, I may or may not be a very nice guy, but I assume that I'm always playing in character, and if you do remember, at the end of the last episode, I did do maybe a half apology to you all, and to say that I was, I was. I was maybe being a bit haughty and not very trusting in you guys.
Hey,
But
can I
then
before
I
we
did it.
leave, can I
But
go
then I did it.
can I go shopping and buy some medicine?
Yeah, I like your shopping too.
Because I have medicine skill.
Yes, you can. And then I did a half apology to you guys. So don't forget that. This will not come too easy.
Wait,
Yeah,
Oh,
I want to make sure these guys don't die. So I'm buying
you'll sign the
some health
agreement
stuff.
and then head out.
Yeah, I'm buying
Okay.
some health stuff first.
What do you looking like for like potions essentially?
Yeah.
Well, do they have a magic shop? I must ask.
Well, Noah's Novelties will probably have them, but also most of the churches will have them. Or temples, not churches.
Here's a question, DM. Would there be any stabs in my price range, or is it at level 1? Am I just got what I got?
If they're in the DMG and they have them, I don't know what the prices are.
Yeah.
I think uncommon ones tend to be. I think 400 is uncommon. It's the only listing I've ever kind of seen for it.
I'll have to look real quick. But yeah, I'll let him do his thing, and I'll dig around a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm going back to Noah's Novelties.
Okay.
I walk into the shop and I'm like, "Hey, remember me?"
No. Who are you?
I'm the guy that came in with the trident who asked way too much.
Right. Way too
Well,
much.
Well, I want some potions. Of
Well, okay. So I want to point out potions don't exist underwater.
yeah.
It's the same reason why ale doesn't exist underwater, because they're
Yeah.
they're actual liquid. So these things called grung berries. There's these whitish, semi-transparent berries that are edible. They just don't taste very good, except grung kind of have a thing for them. They are magically absorbent, and they can be grown and infused with magic. So they're functionally potions. When they have magical properties, they take on a kind of a different hue. They can be poisonous too, but they can be while they're growing, they can be infused with magic. So that's kind of how I got around the potion thing. So you would have gone in for like healing potion berries or berries
I
or
want
whatever.
some healing berries.
So while this is happening, fortunately, I live in a real world, and I am in need of some ale, so I'm gonna head back a bit and for a minute.
I need to
And I'll be-
remember
Yeah.
what green is. Okay.
Yep. I'm going to ask him how many he has.
Oh, and he'll kind of reach down and pull up like this metal box, really kind of rusted with like silver engraving that's not rusted. Like it looks like it's a rusted iron, but like weird like engraving that is silver that's not really as badly rusted. And he'll open it. I have 1, 2, 35, 74. I have plenty. How many did you need?
I need 20.
That's 1,000.
That's 1,000?
No, that's not 1,000. It's bad math.
I was about to say.
They 50 gold per.
Yeah, they're the standard prices.
Yeah.
50 gold. Oh gosh.
That's normal for a potion.
Oh, it was 1,000.
Well,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
never
I mean
mind.
he'll just sit there and think about it more. Yeah, no, 1,000. Yeah, 1,000.
Okay. I want 2 then.
Okay. Well,
And I'm also gonna get rid of my scimitar and my club and my. No, I'm gonna keep the dagger, but I'm gonna get rid of the scimitar and the club and the common. Let's see.
what are you doing with it?
I'm getting rid of my scimitar, scimitar and my club and
You're just gonna toss it.
my trident.
You're gonna try and trade him in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, hey, here's a scimitar. Can you use this?
No.
Are you sure you don't want to buy this at all?
He'll look at it. Doesn't look special. I'm not delaying while I look through the player chamber. Oh, that one's more expensive. So it's the scimitar, the trident,
And the club.
and the club. Club is.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm gonna chuck the club. I'm not gonna trade that in. Or he can have it if he wants.
The best I can do on the lot, the 3 weapons, is 15 pearls, but I can take that off the.
Sounds
so-
good.
Oh well, that's perfect. Great, awesome. Oh yes, you need pull out the 2 things. So it'd technically be 85 from your character sheet, and you'll hand over the weapons.
85.
Yeah, because 100 minus the 15.
So, it
All,
says on-
all sales are final unless I don't like it.
Okay. Well, nice dealing with you.
Have
so
a
on a character,
blessed day.
DMG has uncommon from 110 to 500 gold.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. What are you looking for?
Actually, I was curious. Like, I hold up the necklace my friend made me. I'm like, is there a way to get this turned into Periapt of wound closure by chance?
I'm sure somebody might. Yeah, probably not me. I don't do that.
Who should I go see?
A wizard.
Do you have a wizard in town?
The what?
Do you have a wizard in town? Around here.
Most priest. We have lots of priests. Not many arcane. I think the arcane. They work with the king of some sort. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait until we come across some wizards.
So do you have any magic items for sale that would help a wizard by chance?
I have one item.
Okay.
And he'll pull out a ring.
Okay. What is it? What does it do?
This ring is a magic ring. There's magic things. It protects you like armor. This tiny little ring.
I would suggest a perception check or some.
I mean, you being familiar with magic and stuff, it basically describing like a ring of protection.
Okay.
Essentially.
And how much for it?
Well, I wanted 500.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I don't have enough right now, but
Well, how much do you have?
Gotta check character sheet. Sorry. MD up. 309. So 300.
I've had this for a long time. I can probably. I can do 300.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Thank you. And now.
That he'll.
What was it? What was it? Sorry.
It's the ring of protection.
Oh,
it's
okay.
just
Right. Look it up.
a +1. I think it's +1 to your armor class and saves.
Yeah. Now, how do I find the things that I bought?
Basically, they're gonna function exactly like healing potions. So just look up healing potions and don't turn yourself into a roper again. Yeah, +1 AC, +1 to your saving throws. So it's just a ring of protection. It's like this little silver band with like a little shield on the front of it.
I give that salesperson a high five. You're awesome. Hold up.
Yay.
Do you have any like harpoons? I need some harpoons.
Maybe some other cleric came in and dumped his weapons off. Check. Let me look around. Yeah. He'll wander off and look around. The whole shop is like, it'll the same kind of descriptions. It almost looks kind of like a pawn shop, like that kind of feel to it, except most of the stuff's kind of tied down because the same underwater issues. He'll look around for not that long, and he'll find, aha, I found something. I think. And he'll throw something on the counter area. It looks, I mean, it's not the exact same look, different craftsmanship, but they look about the same.
All right, those will work.
There are 15, and I'll just give you the bundle for a pearl.
Deal.
I like this shopkeeper a lot.
I like this shopkeeper a lot, too.
All right, so 88.
But the shopkeeper is me, so...
Oh, 17, 18.
We thank you for your patronage, yes.
Thanks, dude.
So, I mean, I have proficiency in navigator tools, but would that be like equivalent to navigating undersea? If I had a navigator's tool kit.
Yeah, the moss choice.
There would have to be. I mean, it'd have like some sort of equivalent compass and maps and stuff like that. It'd be different, and I don't know how that would directly translate, but for D&D terms, we can just say navigator's tools and just go with it.
Okay. I will ask if he has a set of navigator's tools and an herbalism kit for sale.
So, since we're underwater, does our weight matter as much?
Not really.
Okay.
That's why I haven't been too worried about the weight. Because some of this, I mean, like even the stuff that's chainmail, technically is made out of this really thick, dense plant fiber. So that and like it's so much easier to just be like, well, my bag's getting a little heavy. Let's take that water skin out, tie it up, and now you have a balloon in the back of your bag that's taking some of the weight off your bag. Like it,
Right.
I'm usually pretty strict about weight. I think it matters, but I think underwater, one, it's weird, and two, it matters a lot less. So
Yeah, and until we go into a situation like we had earlier, in which the water's gone.
yeah,
In which case, a lot of us will just fall backwards.
it'd be a weird transition, but yeah.
I'll be fine.
Navigator's tools.
Our 25 and the herbalism is 5.
Oh, fantastic. I have old navigator's tools. They don't get used much. They are yours. I will. I have herbalism. That's more common. I'll do 25 for the pair. But I am saying the navigator's tools. They might be a little dinged up and used. They're not brand new. Neither is their herbalism kit, but those don't wear down the same way.
Okay.
I definitely did not taste any of the herbs.
Okay.
Poison berries. Heal for berries, everyone dies. Be like, man, what is that movie where he eats he's in Alaska and he eats the heather or something like that?
What movie?
Like Out in the Wild or something like that. Oh, some guy goes and like it was based on a true story. He like went to live in Alaska and accidentally got stuck there and accidentally ate a poisonous plant. It did not go well for him.
Oh, I don't know. The only real Alaska story that I think of is that bear guy.
He like lived in the van.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Like he was a professional like hobo or whatever it was.
Living off the grid.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
It was really sad.
I don't know, but I've been a professional hobo before, so.
Well, like he said he's a professional hobo. He died, I thought, from that. Alaska's hard to live in.
Yeah, he accidentally ate a poisonous plant.
Yeah. When the other story is that it was a documentary a few years ago. Well, probably more than a few years, probably 10 years ago. That bear guy,
Yeah, I think that's
grizzly guy, grizzly man or whatever.
Bear Grylls?
No,
No.
grizzly man or the whatever. He went up to Alaska to try and live with bears. That ended about as well as you'd think.
I think he did live
You get
fine
eaten
for
by
a
a
while.
bear?
Yeah, for like half a year.
Yeah.
And then, one bear got hungry and ate him. It's I don't know. It's not funny, but it is a little stupid. I don't know. It's stupid. I don't know.
It's funny. I'm
It's
sad
weird.
someone died, but like, oh come on.
It's hard to be sympathetic when people cause their own problems.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, like
generally my
I saw a video of some guy
Kind of like you brought this on yourself.
who got mauled by a bear because he wanted, like, the bear was.
Yeah, because there's this
or
weird
something.
like taking selfies with
Yeah,
bears,
with
and
bears.
some guy got
Yeah.
killed.
It was like in India or something. He was trying to take a selfie with the bear, and
I pay too close of attention to stupid bear things.
You're like,
Bless
maybe
you.
you're on me, and it like eats you.
like none of it. The thing is funny. Like if I was his friend, I would be like, either I help not at all because you're dumb and you deserve this, or I'm gonna like. Some people tried, but they were very far away. I'm like, you guys I don't even feel like you tried hard enough.
Anyways,
Oh, that's bad.
So he'll like close the case. Did anyone else need
I'm
these
working
healing berries before I put them away?
I just
Oh, I'll take a couple of those.
Okay. How 2?
Yeah, whatever.
They're 50 apiece. It's standard player's handbook. So
Yeah, I guess I'll take
50.
I'll take 2 as well. I guess.
All right. Can I give you what was the name for the platinum ones?
Amber, you guys don't have any of that.
We don't have any of that.
Most of the currency won't translate well to above land, but I'm just the amber was kind of a thought because there's not going to be a whole hell of a lot of it underground because of where it originates from.
Oh, okay.
Tree sap. There's not a lot of trees underwater that are going to dry up and solidify.
Oh
and
my gosh!
fossilize.
If you found that underwater, how much do you think that would be worth? That would be worth.
Well,
a lot.
it's because it would have been that a million years ago or 65 million years ago or whatever it was, that where that you're finding it was above water. That would be. That's kind of my thoughts on why I wanted amber as the. I don't know. I struggled to come up with cool currencies, so I went with pearls because I thought it was kind of cliche and kind of funny. But and then amber because that was the one thing that I was thinking you can't find underwater naturally, and then the bits and tidbits are just random assorted like gems and stuff of those kind of values.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So cool. 50. So I'll give you 100. Sounds good.
Good. Perfect. Great. Yes.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you. And those are called growing berries.
Yeah. You can just put healing potions. Like you can just copy and slide over healing potions. They're the 2d4 plus 2 or whatever it is.
Okay.
2d4 plus 4. I don't know, whatever the base player's handbook healing potions are. It's just they're called that lore wise. I don't know. There's some things that I put a lot of thought into and try and figure out, and some stuff I don't. But I think as we play more, I'll expand out a lot more.
Yeah.
Well, I do know for a fact that you actually thought much more about how my ears would look like than some other stuff in this adventure.
I know, but I think as we're playing, they'll come up more, and I'll think more about them as we're because it's a lot of like I said, I put a lot of thought into the environment and stuff, but there's just a lot of weird things that come up. Like a week before we started, I was thinking, okay, well, tavern. I'm like, holy fuck, we can't have a tavern. Like, you can't have beer, you can't have water underwater. Like, you can't have a liquid drink really underwater unless it's like in bottles or something. So it wouldn't be impossible, but how are you going to brew them? How are you going to transfer them? Like, maybe it would be imported, then it would be super expensive. It would be a novelty. It wouldn't just be this tavern where you can throw a couple of coppers for a cup of ale. It would be this super expensive novelty item. It's just weird stuff like that pops up the more and more I think about it and delve into stuff, because being underwater is really an alien world. So, anyways. Okay, so you got the healing potion berries.
Yep.
Thanks.
We got 6 of them in total.
Okay, so he'll put them away after he takes your money. Well, no, I was just like, you, like your ears, because you have the big pointy ears. So you think, you swim probably head first like this.
Dude.
So I was thinking, the ears.
Dude.
Well, I'm just saying, it's one of the nerdy things that I think about.
All right.
I just figure they're probably ridged, so the water flows over them. That's what James's thought was, and I kind of like it because you were saying you wanted them to be normal elven ears, so they're the normal elven ears because he's your character, and they're just probably got light ridging on them, so the water flows past them a little bit more and doesn't make them pop out like this, so it looks like.
But however, it's whole very rigid, so it wouldn't actually fall like this. Because if our ears,
they're probably closer to your head and got the little light ridges to push them close to your head when you swim, so they're a little streamlined. But otherwise, or they're just elven ears. It's D&D.
I don't swim at all. So
no, I'm saying, or they're just elven ears, and you know, elves and magic. Who gives a shit? It's D&D. Not that big of a deal. That's why I wasn't gonna force it on you. Whatever you wanted your ears to look like, your ears look like. Anyways, okay. So you guys are done with the shopkeeper. You guys gonna leave?
To adventure.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm not very into into ships, but I'm gonna join. I'm gonna join again this party because even though last time I was not as helpful as I could be or as I wanted to be.
I'm just be like, you're coming with us, and I put my hand behind him and I start pushing him towards the bed. Come on,
We're gonna
Grandpa,
snap his
we got
back.
this.
We're
I mean-
growing on you, Alandry. We're growing
No.
on you. Let's
You'll
go.
like it
Okay.
when you get there, I promise.
So you guys are going
I'll
to
drag your ass along. I don't care.
you guys are gonna head out, and well, one of you is gonna walk. 4 of you are gonna swim.
I can carry stuff. Has no effect on my ability to move.
Yeah, a lot of the sea elves that I found were females. It's funny because you can find a ton of. I found more kung fu lobsters than I did sea elves. I mean, they were.
You need to get on that. You talk to the artist.
Anyways, you guys will go over. It's gonna be a couple miles out from the city, so it'd take a couple of hours, especially with the lobster. And I will move the map over with what you guys do, and it's gonna take me a second to make sure it's in.
Okay.
Roll. And that roll. Change it on Discord, and you guys can place your tokens on the bottom. You might recognize this, the base for this map. Somebody was like, "Here, use this," and I was like, "Okay." And I just added a teal filter. Has it loaded for you guys or no?
Yeah, I'm trying to drag down the boat.
Okay, it's a huge map.
How do I do the token?
You just drag your character, like you look at your character and you just like click it and drag it over to the map.
So what part of the boat do we start on?
You're not on the boat. You guys are swimming up to the boat. So let me mess with the.
Maybe ping where we need to be.
Well, you guys are coming from the south side of the map.
Okay.
That helps. That does not help me. Where's this?
I don't know how to do that. No.
Here, I'll ping where I'm at. I'm over here.
And so mostly where I am then.
We got the mermaid call. You guys found me? I'm like mid boat to the south, under the
Right
boat.
next to you.
Yeah, but I mean, have we reached all the actual boat already?
This
We
is
know with no issues, with no trouble at all. Muted.
How do
the boat.
I do that?
Have we reached it?
I don't know how to
Actually,
get
the
my
south
character's
of the boat.
token on the thing.
Okay, you
Like,
look.
click on your character sheet and act like you're dragging your character sheet.
Yeah,
on.
just like you drag items
Ah,
over. You just drag your
oh.
character sheet over to the map, and then you should have the token.
So have we reached
Ah.
the actual south of the boat with no?
Nice.
With no issues,
Yeah,
with
no.
no
If you
problem?
guys wanna, you guys can walk right up to the boat,
Okay.
and there's nothing on deck or immediately beside it.
Okay, let me zoom in then. Right.
I probably
anything-
got a little too up to, but I wanted a big boat, so I wanted a big.
It's fine. That's all right.
You'll see, but
So this boat is well, it looks here above the water, but we assume that it's underwater, right?
yeah, I just
Okay.
didn't set that. I set the filter
No.
after.
Okay. Any?
This is the like
particular-
50 by 50 map that DeBaldi put on Twitter.
Is it right? No worries.
A couple days ago. I was like, yeah, I was looking for a base, and I was like, I might as well.
Okay.
Poke the ship just in case it's a mimic.
It is roll initiative. No.
I run the fuck away.
So anything we see that might be a bit weird and interesting, or
It looks like the ship is just sitting there. There doesn't look to be any visible damage. It just looks like it's, like, for whatever reason, stopped being able to float and sunk to the ground.
Oh, okay.
And you can, if you want, you can like make like a loop around, and there's no visible damage that looks like why this ship sank, other than it's obviously sunk and it's sitting on the bottom.
There we go.
Kraken came up and ripped it out of the.
Oh, is that the picture that I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're standing out looking at the ship.
okay. And do we see like how tall is this ship overall? I mean, how many decks or
I'm going all the way on the deck. I'm like over here.
Out to like what?
I kind of follow her on. I'm kind of like back up.
There looks like there's at least 2 decks, but it looks like it's a very tall ship otherwise.
Okay, so
you guys don't. Honestly, Gawain probably knows the most about ships.
Yes, it's on pirate.
So you think there's the above deck, and it might be big enough for 3 decks below.
Okay, so let's move on to the highest deck, and we're gonna.
So those round circles that are like that you're standing very near, the big one, and then the ones, those are masts. The sails are, you'll see like roping and stuff, but the sails are mostly gone and tore up. And they'll have the the barrels and stuff kind of sitting empty, just resting on the things and the ropes, and you'll see the anchors.
And so how? I mean, you also mentioned that you wanted a big ship, but big in as wide or as
well, each of the squares are 5-foot squares.
Okay, so it's not very big. Well, a bit.
5, 10.
It's supposed to be 100. I mean, it's rough because I couldn't get the exact, but it's about 100. It's supposed to be about 180 feet long.
Okay. Why we don't explore each deck in turn? And we should start with this one then, and see if we can find anything different, anything out of ordinary.
Yeah, I'm going below deck.
Okay.
Like right.
Go ahead.
Like
Go ahead then.
I'm gonna peek in wherever Potato goes and just like have like lava bolt ready to back him up.
yeah, there's an entrance right about here.
Okay.
I'm gonna check some. I'm gonna go and check this part of this higher deck and see if I can see anything different about it.
Then it gets weird.
What? I'm tripping balls, man.
So.
Yeah.
I'm still up, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
No,
you're still on top. I know it's gonna. There's no way for me to like delete it without having like separate maps loaded.
It's alright. There's alright.
So there's gonna be the 2 doors, and then there's gonna be the. Okay. There's gonna be the door here that opens up into this room, which is just more kind of old stuff. I mean, you might be able to use rope, but all of the barrels and stuff look empty at this point. And then you'll go through here, these doors, and you'll see the bedding, and then the kind of the captain's quarters, and then you'll see the stairs below deck. And you haven't run into anything yet.
Okay, so I'm still in the in which I assume is the highest deck.
Yeah, you're still up
Do I
above
see-
on the top deck.
Do I see anything different?
Technically, everybody's still on the top deck. They haven't actually gone down yet.
No, I'm down below
I
deck.
see-
I'm right
that-
here.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Gawain
yeah.
did, and I'm kind of like peeking in as like backup.
Yeah, you're right there.
Okay. Well, are you going down the stairs?
No, I'm already down the stairs. I'm all
Okay.
the way over
Well,
here.
you haven't gone down the stairs yet. So you're going to be on top of the stairs, and as you kind of come to the top of the stairs, you're going to hear movement and noises and stuff coming from the below deck.
Hey guys, come over here.
Ah, quietly, Gawain, quiet. So I take like partial cover.
You're a terrible fucking pirate.
Yes, I am.
Well,
Gonna ride
honestly,
a
pirates
pirate
aren't about stealth. They're about
No, they're about stealth. They have to invade people's ships.
violently. They come over.
Have I heard him? Have I heard?
Oh yeah,
him
you
say
hear him.
that?
He's not being quiet.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go where he is. So I mean
He
I'm
is
staying. I'm staying in the stair.
Yeah.
Staying in the stair where it leads to where he is.
No. You're gonna be about here at the top of the stairs.
Oh,
Gawain.
sorry.
No, not you. Gawain is gonna
Oh.
be there,
Oh,
and you guys can kind of filter in as you'd like.
Yeah, I'll take the back and kind of like I don't know, maybe kind of take a little cover and peek in.
So are you gonna be like somewhere over here still on the main deck?
Kind of like maybe like halfway down the stairs.
Well, he's still at this point. He's still at the top of the stairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I
He
mean,
heard stuff from below deck, then
I mean,
yelled, and that's where we're at.
I'm about
he's-
right here. About right here, but technically I'm
No,
right here.
this is the top deck. You're over here.
Yep, I'm right here.
No, you're where I'm
So
pinging
he's-
right here.
Oh. Okay.
That's the stairs that are going below deck.
oh, my
These
bad.
okay, these stairs are the exact same stairs here.
Okay, and where is
Yeah, like right
the
there.
and where is the stair where he is?
He just moved his
S-
character to where he was.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I mean, okay.
No, it's
I mean-
fine.
I
We're,
mean- I
we're,
mean, I
we're
don't want-
setting up where you are. And the ship thing, it's kind of weird, but I wanted to play around with the layered thing.
I know, but I actually thought that he was. I mean, I was in the top.
Yeah,
In the top.
you were up here, like above deck, because this is okay. The middle section with this gray area, this stuff.
Yeah, and then
Both
I
of
hear.
I know, but both of these are exactly the same. It's only the front and the back sections that are different because it's a cutaway.
Now I see. Now I.
Because they're built up a bit, so technically you're all on the same level still. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go.
The
and
top
stay
section
right
makes it
beside-
weirder. Once you the other layers are a lot more.
Yeah,
clearly
how do I
defined.
ping?
You put it on the arrow and you just hold left click down.
Ah.
Daria, are you gonna stay near the wizard? have-
Yeah.
You have ranged weapons. I do not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I just figured in case
and-
something comes up and sneaks up behind us, somebody should be near the wizard's.
As
just
you
get
guys are kind of
smacked around.
standing there, you can definitely hear rummaging and stuff down below.
Okay, and do we hear anything?
So
anything
my
from-
character kind of backs up a little bit.
You hear anything from what?
as an answer uh, from uh, from Gwen invitation to 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 whoever was below us.
You hear noises and stuff, but you don't hear like language or any responses from anything you yell, or anything like that.
Okay. So this is Gwen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you planning to do? Are you planning to go ahead?
Yeah, I'm already down here.
Okay, so you're walking. He's gonna
So-
wait for you guys to get there. Then he's
so-
heading downstairs.
I mean, he's going downstairs. I'm
Yeah.
gonna find out what I'm doing. I'm gonna go follow him then.
Okay.
Just beside him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the two of you were downstairs, and then Chowdah, is he gonna follow them, or is he gonna stay above?
I'm gonna follow.
Okay. AGEANNA, were you gonna go down, or
No, she's gonna stay at the top of the stairs.
are you gonna stay where you are?
I might slowly kind of come in like behind everyone, but kind of be looking over my shoulder to make sure
Okay.
I'm.
And Darya's gonna be holding up the tail. Okay. I'll flip down to assuming it moves. So you guys can reposition your things. Some of you are still technically above deck. And you will see two creatures. What are they?
I'm right here still. I'm still up here.
No, I know.
So I'm gonna be right around here, right? Or just here.
Yeah, I'll probably take like partial cover behind this mast right here.
I need to zoom in.
So here.
And this is
That's
the
in a
wall.
different. That's
that's
in
the
a different room. There's a wall between where you can cover there. Because you're still on the top.
Okay.
Because you're still up here, and there's a wall there. They're two.
Okay.
They're separated sections.
I mean, you might want to still be in this
I'll pick where I go.
around here if you want.
Yeah, I'll pick where I go. Thank you.
And
Okay. And it will be initiative at this point,
Okay.
as you'll see these creatures kind of lumbering over towards you.
so there's no possibility of
Okay,
us talking to them at all.
yeah,
Possibly, but we're still going
what do
into
they look
initiative
like?
rounds.
So what do they look like?
That's what they look like zoomed out.
Oh my god.
Insight, information, investigation.
It's at the
Oh,
very top.
There's initiative. I keep forgetting where it is.
Okay, I want to use the
High roller.
thingamajig. You're fu-
Oh, those are lovely.
We fought them on Sunday like a couple months ago.
Well, okay, I might.
I want to set it in the thing.
So he's no. I mean, I'm not actually leading this party right now. Who?
No, you are.
Who was that? No, I mean you went ahead of me.
Yes, I did. But now I'm
Yes.
behind you because you came down.
Okay, if he's allowed to do that, then it's fine with me. But I just wanted to mention.
16. I'm just setting up.
Yeah,
initiative.
I'm right behind you and Chowdah.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Alandry.
I say we stay here and let them come to us.
Missing some. Oh, the plane.
Yeah, I rolled a 13.
I see. I was just adding it to the tracker. No, you rolled. Yeah, you did roll 13. You rolled a 13. And you have a 2, and you have a 3. Yeah, 13. So you and Daria go on the same initiative, so you can decide how you want. If you go, just go by a modifier, or who goes first because one person's in front. And now I actually
Yeah,
get to roll
Daria
initiative.
has 3 and I have 2.
Yeah, but
You don't have Grippa on there.
yeah, I do. She's a 5.
I don't see her on from what I can see. But
I had to reboot my computer. It went.
Yeah, I don't see her on the turn order at all.
Okay, I can add her, but she's. I still see her thing probably from last combat.
I rolled off the character sheet for initiative.
The what?
I rolled a 5. I thought I saw it there for a second.
Yeah. I don't know. It was on mine, but no one can see it, so I'm gonna just add a new token.
Yeah, I thought
And damn it, I need to add mine too.
I saw my mermaid up there for a second before my computer decided to be dysfunctional.
That's a nice visual. I like that.
Oh, the mermaid picture.
There.
And she has a seashell bra on.
Descending.
nice.
Or like armor. Seashell
Sure.
thing.
Okay. So the initiative starts with Alandry. You're kind of behind the two of them, and you see these kind of lumbering creatures.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna go where they are, and I'm gonna attack this one with my trident.
Okay. Then roll your attack. That'll connect.
Ooh! Good job.
And that's a 5 because it's 1d8.
I think I laid them on the fucking bed. I laid them on the map here. And you hit it for 5. Okay. You kind of stab into it for 5. It kind of winces in pain like it felt it, but there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of intelligence behind it. And it also didn't seem like it was deeply affected by it. Not like it was less damage, just like it was like it's a pretty tough creature and it can absorb a lot of damage. Was that it? Were you doing it? Did you have any other actions?
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Then CHOWDAH is next.
Okay. Since he ran fucking head first. Oh, wrong button. I will move to here. And I will claw at it.
Whippachaw everything.
Wapachan everything. So 20 to hit.
That'll connect.
For 6. And then I will use my bonus action to martial arts it.
Okay.
Oh, and I do terrible.
Well, you can call your critical if you want to flavor it. Because that's what we decided last week. But you'll miss. And that's all of your actions, so that'll end your turn.
Okay.
And it's the same thing. Like, you kind of claw into it. And it's not... Like, you definitely hit and you definitely connect firmly. It seems like it's a really tough kind of creature.
Mm-hmm.
It's got, like, kind of the coral and shells and thick skin and stuff like that. And it's now Gawain's turn.
Ooh, it's my turn?
Yes. And they have definitely engaged in combat.
Yeah, I'm just going to take pot shots at the one that Choud is attacking. Sacred Flame. There we go. 1.
Oh, okay. So I roll a reflex. Good for you. I rolled a 4. That probably means I rolled a 5. Because they have a -1 dex modifier. Did that work?
And I do 1 damage.
Didn't work. There you go. Yeah, you do 1 damage. It connects. Your Sacred Flames do not seem to be... You seem to roll really low on damage so far on your Sacred Flames.
Yeah.
You've not had a good run of this.
Well, it's underwater.
Was that it? Were you just going to stand there, take the 1 pop shot and be done? Okay.
Unless I can do 2.
No. Darya's turn. You're muted.
Hello.
All right. I am going to use my harpoon gun because I'm about 50 feet away. So I'm 50. It's what, range 60. So yeah, I'm 50.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, they're based off. Yours is based off the heavy crossbow, so those should have a good range.
Yeah.
Kind of duck down and shoot below deck. Harpoon.
Yeah. So let me do that. Did that work? No.
No, I didn't see anything. Are you guys seeing my rolls or not? Yeah.
There we go. Woo!
Oh, there you go. That'll definitely connect.
Ooh, you've been practicing.
Harpoon. Not enough though.
Right?
You were hitting the same one, the one that was closest, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll definitely connect. It not as impactful as you were hoping, but for how good of a shot you got. But
do I get a second attack?
No.
For
That's
as
your
a
standard.
ranger?
Not at level 1, not yet.
No. Oh, yeah, okay.
Only when you dual wield. You can use your bonus action with your offhand weapon.
So she's actually had a crit, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm assuming it rolled the 1 more dice or something like that.
Yeah. She rolled, because you can see the plus.
Oh yeah.
She rolled 1d6 plus 3, so she rolled a 1 plus the 3 modifier, and the modifier only gets added once. So then her other roll was also a 1, so she rolled snake eyes on her damage. So that's why she got the 5. So she rolled minimum damage. Means I'm going to be rolling crits. Everyone else's dice is not working. Anyways, if you're done, are you moving at all or no? You're just going to stay there?
Yeah, because I'm kind of like halfway up, so I want to stay there because that's a good range for me.
Okay.
But I'm kind of halfway between the top and the bottom, like kind of on the stairs.
Yeah, I mean, you probably like nose out and duck down a bit to shoot, but they're not going to take any of your real movement or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, they're going to go. This one is going to attack the elf, and this one is going to attack the lobster. So they don't have any specialty things, so they both get 2 unarmed strikes each. So basically, they're just going to kind of maw at you, and these are the 2 directed at the elf. The first one is a 13, which I believe misses. And the second one will be a 7. So he kind of claws at you, and your armor kind of deflects the first one. It kind of grinds off them, and the second one you just kind of like lean back, and he's just like,
He's drunk.
And then the other one is going to try to do better against the lobster creature.
I'm sure he will.
17.
That will hit.
For 3. And then he's going to try and come in and hit with his offhand. And rolling that 1.
Yep. That one will not hit.
No, it won't.
We're even now.
So they're both kind of drunk.
Like, Ah, well played.
You're just
That-
Touche.
In fairness, the last time I ran this, the cleric was shadowboxing the fucking things because neither could hit each other. So at least I've connected with something, I guess, so far. And that's their turn. So it's going to be AGEANNA's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna launch a electric chromatic orb. I'm gonna stay on the stairs while I do it.
30 feet. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So I'm guessing a 8 does not hit.
No. They do not seem incredibly nimble, but an 8 is not enough to.
Again. Yeah, I just hang out on the stairs. There's not much else I can do.
Okay. Then we will reset
Yeah,
the
and
initiative
then
rounds.
oh, sorry.
Going back to the Alandry. There's not a
Okay,
whole lot
first of all,
you can do when you just roll poorly.
Yeah.
okay, but however, I must say something. So I say to my party. So they seem to be really sturdy on our on our on our on, on our on our weapons. So if you know any magic, it'll be probably more useful, at least from my point of view. And then I'm gonna attack this guy here with the same one that everybody's attacking anyway.
Okay. You're just
And,
gonna kind of switch focus.
Yes, exactly. And let me find my just a sec. And let's try it.
Oh, that'll definitely connect.
8.
For 8, that's a good solid hit. It's still standing, but you can definitely see it starting to. That's I don't know what that did. It's the wrong one.
So he seemed to be.
I mean, he's still standing, but it's seeming like the damage is starting to pile up.
Okay, they don't say again. Okay, so they are not that sturdy. we can fight them as we wish. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna be done.
Yes.
Okay, it's gonna move to CHOWDAH's turn. What are you doing?
On the one in front of me.
Okay. 15 will connect.
5.
Take it on the chin.
And let's see if I can hit him with the hook.
1. A 9 will not be enough, though.
Okay.
Cool.
So you'll
And that'll be it.
Thing and kind of miss. Okay. Then it'll move down to Gawain's turn.
Yeah, can I kind of sneak in, like roll a stealth check?
What kind of
numbers?
armor do you have?
Light armor.
Yep. Yeah. Roll a stealth. When you're stealth, you move at half your movement, though.
Okay.
No, a 19 is solid. So where are you moving? You have 15 feet of movement.
Let's see. I'll kind of move here,
Okay.
and no one will see me move there. So I'm kind of gonna go sneaky, and then just wait.
Are you holding or just
Ready and
waiting?
Yeah, that's gonna be my move.
Okay.
Ready
You
and action.
you might want to do another action if you want to.
So are you gonna?
But if you're right,
Yeah.
it's
Are you
fine.
gonna like say, well, in case somebody gets hit really hard, I want to heal them, or just
Yeah.
wait until the end of this initiative
Yeah, wait until this is
round
the end
and
of
then
this
decide what you want to do with your standard action, or
Yeah.
okay. Then after AGEANNA's turn, you'll have another option to use your standard action, and then if you don't, it'll just go to the next round. So Darya, you
Again,
see basically he disappears. I mean, especially from your line of sight. I'm going to give it. AGEANNA kind of sees him slink down. The other two aren't facing him, so they don't see where he goes. and Daria doesn't see where he goes. But AGEANNA's too close and kind of sees you kind of slink down and kind of hide right next to the stairs a bit.
Potato or the creatures?
Potato.
Okay.
So you don't know where Gawain went. You
Okay.
just see him kind of disappear. Because you can kind of still see most everyone else. You can see these two creatures, obviously, that you're shooting at. You can still see the...
Okay, I'm going to, again, use my harpoon gun because I'm just kind of like crouching.
Yep.
That's nice roll.
That'll definitely connect.
Yes.
For 8. For 8. Oh my gosh.
So much better.
Okay. You will come in and it will pierce right in the sternum, and the thing will just like, it's not gonna drop, but it's gonna like, you can see its weight, its legs give out as it kind of slumps and then just kind of floats a bit.
Hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully he's down pretty good. At least
Yeah,
for now.
it's dead. It's just that's the kind of because it's not like above ground where they just like slump to the ground, because there's buoyancy, so it you can see it kind of slump and then just kind of like bob a bit.
I like how the fish turns upside down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how everything's gonna be affected underwater. Some of it I'm making up, but
They start floating up.
Okay, no, it's okay, no worries.
were you moving, or was that gonna be your turn?
That is, I'm going to stay where I'm at.
You're gonna shout, "Got him!" No.
Yeah.
I see you, potato.
Okay. The creature's gonna see the other creature fall, and it's not really gonna give it much consideration, and it's just gonna try and claw at, not claw, but use its unarmed attacks at the elf that's in front of it still. So that's all he's gonna do. They're not incredibly. They're actually really dumb. So he's gonna take his 2 unarmed strikes. 21 should connect.
Yes.
So he gets a really solid hit for 5. And then he's going to take his second attack. 15, I think 15 misses.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Okay. So he's going to kind of scrape off and get a good hit on your armor, but you're not going to take any damage. He's going to kind of slap against your armor, but your armor is going to absorb all of the damage. And he's not doing anything, so that's his turn. So it will be oops, I hit the button twice, but it's AGEANNA's turn.
Okay, and you said there's only one standing, correct?
Yep, the other one kind of...
One in front of CHOWDAH is dead, right?
Still, yeah, it's still technically there. It's just kind of bobbing a bit.
Gonna aim my lava bolts at them for an attack roll. So an unnatural 20.
Oh, that'll definitely connect.
And 10 damage.
Yeah.
Finally did
Nice.
something. I think that's the second time I've hit like the entire like series so far.
It definitely felt that. It's a good solid hit. I mean, this one has only been hit once because everyone decided to kind of pile on the other one, but it's a good solid hit.
And I'm gonna do sacred.
You can actually kind of see like a little
3 damage.
A little bolt of like molten rock sticking out. Let me roll.
I'm gonna do sacred flame from the shadows.
Yep. Let me get the not reflex, the dex save. 14. He's actually gonna save against it.
Oh, I did sneaky for no reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
good try though. It was a good combo.
So you're gonna
So-
do it, but
so-
he
so
just happens
I'm
to
assuming-
notice you and kind of, or maybe doesn't even notice you. He just kind of luckily kind of like, what?
All
Sometimes
right.
it's better to be lucky than good, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, throwing a dex save with a 14, you have a 70% chance of success. He has to roll a 15 or higher. So going after dex saves is a good. It's a good percentage wise. Anyways, so that's gonna be your turn to go back to Alandry.
Okay, how is she looking Is he looking still tough, still hanging on?
Oh, he looks like he's taken a couple of hits, but still looks ready to go.
Okay, I'm actually gonna
The
take.
the like bolt sticking out of his chest is sizzling a bit.
Okay, I'm actually gonna not attack him, but if you would allow me, I'm gonna take a uh, uh, a an action called dodge. I'm gonna avoid his attack for
Okay.
this.
It basically gives him disadvantage on attacks. Or
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I think it's all attacks against you, not just one. It's all attacks.
Yeah, and but I'm gonna stay where I am, and I'm finished.
Okay. Then you're going to dodge, and it will move over to Chowdah's turn.
I'll step forward, pushing this guy out of the way.
Okay, you'll push him. He'll just kind of float.
I'll claw at the
11 will connect.
Cool.
That is the target
for 9
number.
points.
No, he does not like that.
Oh wow.
After
Still.
getting hit by the bolt, and that he does not look like he's doing all that well.
Okay, and I'll Wapacha.
That 13 will still connect.
For 6.
Okay. He takes it.
Is he dead yet?
Not yet. He looks very close though. Like he's starting to kind of bleed out a lot. A lot of blood is going to start kind of pooling in the square right next to him.
That is my turn.
Okay. We'll move to Gawain's.
And with that, my character does something very uncharacteristic. He moves in and stabs with his dagger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll an attack.
No,
That'll connect.
it did not.
And how do I
On the thing where it says dagger under where you rolled, just left click on that where it says dagger
Oh, the
on the
attack.
chat. Yep, like that.
what?
No, you not on your character sheet, on the chat where it says dagger.
Oh, on the first one.
Whatever, unless you roll a crit, it shouldn't matter. But yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
oh.
exactly like that.
There we
That's perfect.
6.
Okay, so you'll kind of not run over, but kind of quickly kick flip over and swim over and end up just kind of and stabbing it with your dagger, and then it's the life behind it's gonna fade and it's gonna kind of start kind of floating and bobbing.
All right,
Bob
we did it.
again.
Oh shit. Okay. I was just looking at the time. I've got about keeping on the time since 10:30.
I took a nap.
Yeah.
You what?
I took a nap today, so I can hang for like 30 more minutes or so.
Dead though. Yes.
You also never
It's-
gave
so
us
what-
experience beforehand.
It's actually up to you and you guys. I can like stay a bit longer. However, if you DM feel like the next encounter or the next like thing is gonna take too long, then it's up to you. You might call it. I don't know.
It's fine. If people want to stay, we can play for another
Alright.
30 minutes or so.
I actually have to get up.
Okay.
You want to call it then?
I have to
Okay.
get up at 4 a.m. So
That's fine.
Uh,
That's fine. Okay, so you guys are gonna look, and they're not gonna have anything of value on them. They're technically sentient, but they almost look zombie-like. They're in kind of mentality and
Is there anything in the hull of the ship at all? Like any crates or anything of interest?
not immediately, not in this immediate area. There's gonna be 2 barrels on the other side of the stairs, but they have their covers off, and there's nothing inside of them.
And the guy, so there's nothing we needed to recover just to investigate the ship, right?
Yeah, investigate the ship and get rid of whatever's here, which you are assuming is probably these things. I think he may have even sorry, He may have even said C-spawn. I can't remember whether he said C-spawn.
He did.
Mm.
So that's what you're thinking these things are.
Okay then. Okay. That's it.
Okay, then we'll wrap it up. So we will go in reverse order from what we did. So Geeky can go first, and I can type in.
Okay. So I am Kim. You can find me on Twitch at a Geeky Tea Party, and you can find all my other information on geekyteaparty.com. I am here every Monday. My brain's not working. Sorry.
I do have your spam in man, so that popped up.
Okay. Well, I'll be so is that this? No, that's not this weekend. I will be in a game soon with Elise, Agrippa the Green.
June, amazing. Queen of Madness.
Yes.
Is that the 16th?
The 24th. But
16th.
on the 17th, I will be over at Fumble and Fame playing a game. I don't know which. We're D&D 5e, but yeah, I'm gonna stop talking because my brain is shut off.
I don't have a link to your Discord actually, but if you want to throw a link up to your Discord, I know you can go to her Discord and she talks a bit in there. You can keep up with her schedule a little bit in there.
Yeah, let's see. Invite.
Okay,
Oh.
we'll go to Potato, who I do have a command for. Although I forgot to add your Twitch because I was not 100% sure that I had the right Twitch. So you can get with me after. You can actually just put if you want to put the your Twitch address in there, and I can steal it from there and add it to my command. Because you can see, like, I wrote it.
Click on my name.
Yep, I wrote in where I was supposed to put it in. I just didn't have the link. Oh shit! The link didn't work. Damn it! I'm gonna have to fix that.
Oh, it's okay. You can find my Discord on my website too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have your website link in there. I don't have your Discord.
Yeah, it's on the it's on the website. So if you go there, it's like right there, Discord. Maybe, I don't know. It should be.
And that my character actually just charged up and stabbed someone. So I'm very proud of him.
There you go. So now I have your
Well, he was
okay.
He was mostly dead.
So try and hurry this up. Move to
I am Calvi Calv Gaming. I play video games. I also play D&D with Rotu. I'm in both of Rotu's games, Sunday and Monday nights. And we stream Tuesday and Friday nights playing some random crap. You can check out my channels too for BioShock and Assassin's Creed stuff currently. I started playing the Banner Saga last week because it was free and it's really enjoyable. So I'll probably post more of that. So that's where you can find me.
and to Agrippa the Green.
Oh, hey guys. So over here on Twitch, I'm Agrippa the Green, and also D&D Elise on Twitter. I will be DMing a game called the Queen of Madness over at the RPG Lab for Women in Gaming Month. I'll also be doing panels on the 16th and the 24th. You'll also see me on Debaldi's channel, July 7th, doing a one-shot called the Sand Tipple, which will be like a Dark Sun themed puzzle dungeon. And yeah, that's it.
The panels. I've caught a couple of the games. I've enjoyed the panels. I've watched the VOD. I've watched 2 of them live, and I've had to watch 2 of the VODs, and I've enjoyed the panels.
Yeah. And I might have 2 more special guest ones coming up, depending.
But not
on
me.
schedule.
I'm not a women's in gaming. Okay, and going to Gainley.
Hello, folks. I am. So I'm not Janley I am Gainley I. So many people say that a bit wrong. I mean, if you still want to call me Janley, that's fine. But my real name is Gainley I, and I can be found I am not a streamer, but I still can be found on Twitch and on Twitter by my name plus an underscore. So that's GENLYAI underscore, and you can find me also that on Twitter. I'm probably not playing anything special this week. I am gonna play an adventure on July that I'm really hoping for, which is based on the setting Dark Sun.
Oh, that's my game.
GM'd by Agrippa. However, this will be in July, so I still have plenty of time to have this plan. And I think that'll be all. Yeah. Cheers. Thank you.
And I'm Rotu. I'm DMing this. I'm here, and my Twitter's ArcDevil Rotu. I'm easy to find if you search ArcDevil Rotu. This is, and if you want to hang out in Discord, you can just click on the char icon in the kind of down below, somewhere's down there. Now I want to raid, and I see Miss Danny's on, which is a friend of Geeky's, I think.
Yes, Miss Danny. I love
So
Miss Danny.
I'm gonna try and raid her and see if that works. Yes, here we go. So goodbye, peoples. I'm gonna click the button as soon as it switches over. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for playing, everybody. I hope you have fun. I've enjoyed playing it. There's a lot that I need to work on, but
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes, it's fun. Thank you.
bye. I still don't have an outro.
Calvin out.
Yeah.